On the Fan.
The following is intended for immature audiences only. There's no such thing as a radio rating system. But if there were, this show would be rated O as in... Oh my God, this show is so stupid. These people should be in jail. Let's begin.
Good afternoon.
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy. Featuring Panama Ted.
Ted's a fun guy.
And the Crazy Soundboard.
Hola.
I'm Dennis Farina.
So much.
I even made just a little bit of a diagram for you.
56, and is that correct? Walk.
You little weasel.
Turn off your brain and unzip your pants. Here's Common Man and Timmy.
Happy Monday. Welcome in. Hello, Timmy.
Oh, hello, man. How we doing?
Oh, we got a big show today, Timmy. Foodgasm at 4:46. Timmy is going to piss off Dom Taberry with his foodgasm today.
Oh, I am. I can't wait to do it, too, because it was good.
Jason's beef with Jayson Stark coming up at 5:30. Teddy is doing a victory lap. How you doing, Ted?
There he is.
I'm doing all right, Mike.
Reds sweep out the Guardians over the weekend. You should have seen the Hofty on this guy when he came in.
Oh, man. How about that?
Polishing up that Ohio Cup.
Willie B. Yeah, helping us get that Ohio Cup.
Willie B., one-time Cleveland Guardian for like a minute.
Yeah. He hits a home run every day now.
Sure
Sometimes
does.
too.
Sure does. He's pretty good. Big strapping guys, like 6'4", 230.
Sweet.
Big series win.
Yeah.
You know, you lost the previous series to the White Sox.
That was bad, yeah.
And now you're going to Pittsburgh tonight. Also bad.
So hopefully they'll score some runs and then get 2 out of 3 against Pittsburgh, if not all 3.
I watched Golfy this weekend.
Me too. I'm glad.
Scotty Scheffler.
It makes me happy when you watch golf.
I like golf. I watch golf. I'm not there for every single tournament, but if it's a big-time tournament,
Yeah.
I get ensconced in the golf action. I thought that Scotty was going to blow it yesterday.
You did, huh?
Had the blood was running down his leg.
Yeah.
Was he tied? He was tied with Rahm at some point.
Well, I think it dwindled to 1.
No, Rahm was the co-leader.
Yeah, okay.
I think for one hole.
Yeah, and then Rahm gave it away. And then Scotty
he
stabilized. Mm-hmm. And Scotty didn't go crazy. He just shot. He did what he had to do. He shot a round of even par, and everybody else fell back. And just that's the difference with where Scotty Scheffler's game is right now is the control that he has and his ability to just put the ball in the fairway and make everything seem easy. Even when he's not making birdies, he still does it with relative ease. He'll put the ball within a foot or two, no matter where he is. His lag putting is tremendous. He's just in complete control of his game in every single way. I did not think there was any chance he was going to give that up. Yes, it got interesting at the turn, but it wound up being a 6-shot victory. So, I mean, what are we talking about? He dominated.
Are we reading too much into it where, these live dudes, they play 3 rounds of golf?
They do.
That's what they do.
And they wear shorts.
And some of them do.
And they play music when it's done.
That's
and
right.
They sing and dance.
But are we reading too much into it that, John Rahm on Sunday down the stretch wasn't very good? I mean, plenty of guys are not very good down the stretch. Plenty of guys on the PGA Tour who are used to playing all 4 rounds are not very good. But some people are reading into John Rahm's struggles yesterday as, well, he's a live guy. That's why they don't finish, because they don't play 4 days in a row.
I think it's fair to read into that because these are guys that are really, really good players. I mean, Bryson DeChambeau, he seems to be above all the rest in terms of dealing with that and making the transition going back to major championship golf. Remember where Brooks Koepka would just pop up and win all these major championships? He didn't
make the cut.
He didn't win a ton of regular PGA Tour events, but he still has 5 major championships to his name, which puts him among the greats to ever play this game. But yet, he still feels like a forgotten man. I just think that's crazy when you look at what's happened in the game of golf, that Brooks can feel like a guy like that didn't make the cut, as you said. And John Rahm finishing 4 under par to Bryson DeChambeau's 6 under par. 5 shots, by the way. Scotty won by 5. But I do think it's fair to question that because what you are doing for your regular season golf is not the same as what they are doing, and it's not the same as what the major championship formats are. I seem to remember John Rahm saying this and actually putting it out there with a whole lot of tone behind it, too. He said it in a type of way.
Timmy? Because there's not a lot of consistency once those Saudi checks start clearing.
I mean, the Saudi checks were there to begin with.
I understand.
And he said no, and he made fun of it, and he made those comments about, that's not real golf. Golf is 4 rounds with a cut in the middle, 72 holes.
You read between the lines on his interviews now, he still believes that.
Yeah.
He still believes that he's not playing real golf.
Which it feels kind of phony, right? That you would do that against what your heart is telling you to do. As if you can't be rich beyond your wildest dreams.
Already rich.
The purses that you have on the PGA Tour right now.
The way we talk about some of these guys,
35, 40 mil last year.
The way we justify it is that John Rahm and his plastic wife, they were living under a bridge and couldn't afford a meal. And so, of course, you go over to play live golf. The reality is all of these guys that we talk about were made men beforehand.
Let me tell you something. How much do you think Scotty, looky here, what do you think Scotty Scheffler banked in 2024? All together. Tournaments, endorsements, bonuses, everything, because he had a ridiculous season. Last year was the year he won 8, I think, including the Olympic title.
$40 million.
No.
I'm light?
Yeah.
Well, tell me.
$104 million.
God bless. How does he feed the family?
I have no idea. It's too bad he didn't go to live, because maybe he could have gotten $120 million guaranteed just for signing on, and then he's restricted with what he can do from that point forward, because you get banned from the PGA Tour partially. So they say, but they're trying to bring everybody back. I still don't know what's going on. They're talking out of both sides of their mouths.
I find it so interesting. By the way, news today is Trump had a call with Putin. All right? Mm-hmm. They talked on the phone for 2 hours. They're trying to work out Ukraine, Russia, all that stuff. I'm not going to get into the geopolitical aspect of that.
Why won't they just figure out golf?
Well, that's what I'm going to say. Is that Trump's on the phone with Putin, right? Working hard. I'm going to get a ceasefire. We're going to negotiate stuff. Yeah. He's talking to the Israelis. He's trying to get all that stuff done. He's getting Pete Rose unbanned.
Yes, you're in baseball.
From baseball.
What about the game I love? Come on.
It's the game that he loves, too.
Yes.
If you look at these live events, a lot of them are at Trump courses.
Yeah.
Right? He is the one that held a summit to try and get these two sides together.
Think of how he'd be revered in the game, because there was a period of time where some of the United Kingdom courses, right, they put the ban on courses with his name on it, where they wanted to take them out of the rota, even some of them here in the States. If he sort of got in there and helped fix that divide, think of what that would do for him, the good PR in this game.
You can get Pete Rose unbanned. You can get Putin and Zelensky apparently talking to each other. Mm-hmm. But you can't get the golf people to come together and figure something out after they already announced an agreement.
Yeah, what's the agreement?
There was no agreement.
What's Greg Norman doing?
Jay Monahan
crappy apparel.
I don't understand for the life of me how Jay Monahan still has a job. Explain it to me like I'm 5, Timmy.
I can't explain it to you. I don't know what his respect level is. I don't understand it.
It's gotta be 0.
I don't understand it. But at the same time, it still kind of makes you mad to think about all the guys that went and started up this tour that just want to, just come right back. That's it. Just like to come right back. I mean, I'd like to have it too, but can we come up with some kind of embarrassing punishment, like they have to play the first year with no pants? Something like that? I wouldn't let them back to have the tournaments better. I want to have guys like Rahm, Cam Smith. I want to have Bryson DeChambeau at Jack's place in a couple of weeks playing the Memorial. He's a past champ. You want guys like that there, but they made their choice. So deal with it.
Maybe that's their punishment. You have all this money, but nobody really respects you.
And
nobody really respects what you're doing. Nobody comes out to see you. Nobody watches you on TV.
No one knows about it. Who knows? Name me an event that they play. A live golf event.
I can't.
I can't.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
New York event.
Who
I don't know.
Fell off the face of the earth. Dustin Johnson.
DJ.
He fell off the face of the earth.
I agree. I don't think about Dustin Johnson.
He's not 50.
No.
It's not like, he's like Phil. He didn't really have any good golf left in him.
No, yeah. Dustin Johnson
He's gone.
would be in the prime of his career still. Now, that's not to say that he still wouldn't have hit a little skid playing on the PGA Tour, because as you can see, I mean, we can get into a lot of topical things about it, like what's up with Jordan Spieth. Maybe people didn't realize this that are fringe golf fans, but every time we play a PGA championship, Spieth is up for the career slam. He did all his winning basically by the time he was 25. And you saw it happen with Rory as far as major championships.
Say, Rory was kind of like that.
Rory still won a lot of tournaments and won a lot of big events, but he obviously struggled and couldn't get that major big gap in between him. He got him. He didn't play that well this weekend, but I wouldn't look at any bigger picture things with how Rory is gassed after winning the Masters. But it is something to point to about Scotty. I mean, Scotty has done all this at 28. He got a much later start, though, than a guy like Tiger Woods. And trying to compare him to Tiger is tough. But let's see if Scotty can do this for the next 5, 6, 7 years and keep at least some semblance of this level of golf.
I sat down last night, and then I decided to watch a lights out prison movie where the male inmates get together and they just give it to each other.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to tell you all about it coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should be aware of an accident that's on eastbound 670's on-ramp from International Gateway that's causing some delay. And you're also going to hit a slowdown due to a crash on South Hamilton Road at I-70. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1, starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed in action. Only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
We are hiring. If you are a garage door pro or even just the handy person who can fix anything, we're hiring at Deluxe Door Systems. We're a 30-year garage door staple here in Columbus, willing to pay big to get great people. Apply at deluxedoorsystems.com.
When life is on hold due to a painful injury or condition, every day counts. Start the path to recovery now with Central Ohio's most trusted team of orthopedic experts. Start with orthopedic1.com.
The standing room only, with all eyes on the 18th green.
That's a good-looking ball.
The sudden roars. That Sunday celebration.
Jack always made the putt at 18, and today, Scotty Scheffler did.
Witness the Memorial Tournament presented by Workday, May 26th through June 1st. It's second to none. Visit memorialtickets.com today.
Wow, what a shot.
When you're on the go, every minute counts. Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup helps you make the most of every second. Get all your weekly shopping done online, quickly and easily, from wherever you are, whenever you want. Have your Meijer order delivered to your home by the service awarded #1 in grocery delivery. Or pick it up yourself while out and about, whatever works for your schedule. The good life is in reach with Meijer Home Delivery and Pickup. See Meijer.com for details.
Hi there, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and like most actors, I have a list of things that I like to have on set. It's called a rider. It's just little things like wind chimes being blown by a easterly breeze, a 7-year-old calico cat to purr on my lap, and of course 2 freshly cracked eggs scrambled with crispy hash brown sausage crumble and creamy chipotle sauce from Tim Hortons. It smells amazing. Now where did I put that hand-carved wooden spoon? From my rider to Tim's menu, try my new scrambled eggs loaded breakfast box.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do. and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Bishop and Friends. Amazon driver waving arms, which I think Buddy took as a cue to time to play. She was actually a little bit scared, and she smoked him with a cell phone.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan.
This is the sound of a popular American motorcycle. It's the sound of freedom, the open road, really good times. And this is what it sounds like with a drunk guy in it. How do you like the sound of that? Cops are cracking down on drunk motorcycle riders. If you ride drunk, you will get caught and you will get arrested. Drunk riding. Over the limit, under arrest. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Transportation.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Scott Damaro.
Asian Americans, Native Hawaiians, and Pacific Islanders have contributed so much to politics, medicine, aviation, entertainment, and sports in the United States. This month, we celebrate these contributions, and we stand united in asking for what's right. Equal opportunity for every student, every educator, and every family.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Hope you didn't forget your sunglasses today. A mostly sunny day ahead with afternoon highs getting up into the low 70s. And then for tonight, partly cloudy overnight with our lows in the upper 40s. For Tuesday, rain returns to the forecast with a chance of thunderstorms as we head into the afternoon. Afternoon highs on Tuesday will be in the mid to upper 60s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
A show you can feel deep down in your plums.
No, that is a bad place to touch. No, 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 no.
This is Common Man and Timmy.
Sat down last night because there are a few things in the world better than a Game 7. Especially in hockey.
Oh, for sure.
The crowd is just wrapped up in a frenzy.
You expect certain things when you're settling in for a Game 7, even in the NBA or in the NHL.
Well, Game 5. Yeah, Game 5. Panthers go into Toronto and just kick the crap out of them.
Right.
6-1. Not competitive.
Mm-hmm.
The Leaf fans were just demoralized. They're throwing Austin Matthews jerseys on the ice. I thought they were done. They go back to South Florida for Game 6. They played tough. They played hard. And they got themselves a dramatic victory.
Yeah, nice little 2-0 shutout win.
So then
Very hard play game.
I'm thinking, well, they're rejuvenated now. They're hosting Game 7.
Yeah.
In front of their home crowd and thousands of people outside watching on big screens, too.
You can almost coast, not like you don't have to, you got to show up, but the emotion of it all might even just carry you to victory at this point.
And then the Florida Panthers went in there and plain and simple kicked their ass.
Utterly destroyed them
in
6-1.
Every single facet of that game. Toughness, skill, everything. That is the hockey club. You know how much it bothers me to sit there and admire and root for a guy like Marchand?
Mm-hmm.
How much it bothers me to do that?
Just with who he was with the Bruins.
Well, it's who he is, period.
Yeah.
But he is one hell of a hockey player.
Yeah, you can't root for Wilson.
He was the best player on that ice last night. Bob was great again. And I just admire the hell out of that hockey team.
How about Seth Jones in the game that he had in the series he's had? It hurt. It stings a little bit, but you also feel good for those guys. And to see a team like Toronto go out like that, it really is beautiful. I just can't describe how much that tickles me to see Toronto go down like that.
To the fan poll, brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit casterconnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists. Which sports franchise has been the most cursed over the past 50 years? Bills, Browns, Maple Leafs, other. I don't know why we're discussing this. I know the people in Toronto will throw pity parties for themselves. We haven't won since, what is it, Teddy, 67? Is that the last time they won? I'm going to say yes, even though I don't know it for sure. If we're going off of this list...
Bills.
It's not Bills, it's Browns. At least the Bills were relevant enough to show up at the big moment and then die.
To lose that many... that will never...
But they had to win games to get there.
But to get that close and never get the hardware? That's devastating.
You know what else is devastating? Watching your team move away, only then do they win the Super Bowl.
That is true.
And then your team comes back
more than once.
And they're garbage.
They're almost even worse than before.
Garbage.
Yeah, I mean, you could say the Browns. I could also say just the excruciating pain of being in the fight and having legendary teams and never get on top of the mountain. That's tough, too. It's different. It's different kinds of pain.
I understand.
Different kinds of emotion.
At the end of the day, though, I will still take relevance, right? Because at least you had to get somewhere to fail.
I agree. I mean, I'd rather be in the party. I would. I'd rather be in the party. But if you're just talking about cursed, see, cursed to me is that you've actually had some great teams and you continue to look in the mirror and ask yourselves, why can't we win? Well, the Browns should not be asking, why can't we win? Because you first have to get into the fight. You have to make a bunch of moves. You
Isn't
have to
that
sign
the
the
ultimate
right people.
curse, though? That you're not even good enough to get in the fight.
Could be.
Look, the question is over the last 50 years, but if you want to shorten that to over the last 20 years, the Blue Jackets are in that conversation.
Oh, yeah.
I don't believe
they've never even been in the fight.
In curses, but if you were going to believe in curses, look at this franchise, okay? And I don't say this with any sort of glee, none of that. It's a shame. The reason why you have netting up in arenas across the country
I know.
is because you had a young girl here in Columbus die. Right? Number one. Number two, let's not even talk about the actual on-ice product, which has been awful.
Oh, I know. For
the better part of 20 years.
You bringing that up, gosh,
I'm just saying you've got
that's sad, but
the little girl who died.
Right.
You've got Kivlenix with the fireworks. You've got the Goudreaus. Right. I mean, you want to talk about a cursed franchise?
Yeah. You know what? You're right. It's the Jackets. It's the Jackets.
Well, it's not 50 years. But they've really packed
half of a 50-year stretch.
They've packed a lot of curse into just 20 years. That's curse concentrate.
You're talking about one appearance in the second round. One appearance in the second round.
And I wasn't even
and you didn't even get to the hockey.
I wasn't even talking about the actual on-ice stuff.
And then when you do, you realize that's the pinnacle for the Columbus Blue Jackets. That's what they're trying to beat. A quarter century of not even really being able to get the ball rolling as far as appearances in the postseason. Just look at what a franchise like, I know the Carolina Hurricanes, they were the Hartford Whalers before, but since they went down there, I don't know if they could quite foresee how that was going to go. And that's take not just their market, but say the Florida Panthers as well, because it's gone bad in some other non-traditional winter sports markets. It hasn't worked.
It was bad there.
Yeah, bad there. And you win a cup and then you start to perform. And they've had so much success as a hockey team with a cup victory. And they had a little swell or they had a little dip, but then they've been back since they got Rod Brindamore. And now they're appearing again in the Eastern Conference Finals. They are making the playoffs virtually every year, making runs. Like you want to get to that first and then try to chip away at trying to win the ultimate prize. I guess that's why I said the Bills at the start of that. And I still believe it, that when you're great, it's different kinds of pain. It's different kinds of suck, right? But when you have the team, when you have the roster, when you made the moves, legendary players, Hall of Famers, and you still can't win a Super Bowl, and to actually go to that many in a row and lose, oh, it's painful.
It's
but
also
so are these other ones.
We always hear from the conspiracy people that this is fixed or this is rigged, and let me tell you something. There's no way in hell anybody can look at the final 4 teams in this NHL Stanley Cup playoffs and say, wow, it's fixed.
No.
It's rigged.
Yeah, no.
You've got the Panthers and the Hurricanes and Edmonton and the Stars. Now, good hockey. I'm excited to watch it.
Well, yeah, it's good. I mean, they earned their way here. These are the best teams that are left standing.
But that was a complete and total dominating performance last night by the Florida Panthers. I admire the hell out of that team, the way that they play. You brought it up, Timmy. They've had attendance problems down there in the past. They've not been very good. The jokes were, did they start this game? Because halfway through the first period, the lower bowl looks like it's completely empty.
Yeah.
For a large portion of their existence. But they've been now Cup winners last year, and they were in the Stanley Cup final the year before.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what this town would be?
Yeah, no.
If you had the Blue Jackets in back-to-back years going to 2 Cup finals they won one of them, it would be a frenzy.
I can.
You have no idea.
And to actually be broadcasting like where our studio is, that close to where that action is, it's so close, just across 315. You could feel it. You could feel it at the end of the season. That's what tells you how special it's going to be when, I'm going to say when and not if, when it happens in this town, because it's got to happen at some point. The people that have been in, and the people that have been fans since the beginning of this franchise, it's got to happen.
I admire your optimism,
Obviously, there's got to be a lot of people out there that have lived and died being fans of the Jackets and have not gotten to see much success, but I'm going to will it into existence. It's not if, it's when it's going to happen, and it's going to be beyond magical because we felt what it's like just to be in the playoffs.
I admit it. It's jealousy for me. When I look at teams like the Panthers, it's jealousy. When I look at teams like the Hurricanes, and for years it was like that when I looked at the Red Wings and when I looked at the Penguins and the success that they had, and I'd hear from the opposing fan bases, oh, you're just jealous. You're damn right.
Hell
You're
yes.
damn right I am.
What's wrong with that?
I want to experience that. I want to experience what it's like to be playing hockey that's not in some sort of bubble in a COVID year in late May.
And I'm not jealous of the Maple Leafs fans. I'm just jealous. No, I'm not jealous. It's just off-putting because they think that they're so much better than us, and they've had a lot of problems of their own, and they shouldn't be having them because of the franchise that they are. That's what makes me happy to watch them lose, especially at the hands of a team like the Florida Panthers, a Southeastern team that did struggle to get things off the ground and now has one of our franchise best players that's really helping them do it, and they could go back-to-back. It'd be crazy for them.
We're going to become acquainted with the world's strongest man coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on The Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to run into some slowdown due to an accident on Morse Road at Kings Hill Drive. And we also have some delay due to a crash on North High Street between Royal Forest Boulevard and Morse Road. This report is sponsored by Erie Insurance, celebrating 100 years of protecting your family's most priceless moments. Then, now, always. Erie Insurance. ErieInsurance.com. That's ErieInsurance.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like early pay. Moving up payday so you could get your money faster. Up to 2 days faster. And there's no cost. It's your money, right? So stop playing the waiting game. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney. Direct deposit and eligibility requirements apply.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10 TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
And Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Panama Ted is being forced to produce this show against his will. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Please subscribe to the podcast of this stupid show. It's available wherever you get your podcasts. Just search Common Man and Timmy. Click. Subscribe. Every single show comes right to your device free of charge. Podcast brought to you by our friends Care Heating and Cooling.
I'd like to point out that Common Man will wear his White Sox apparel only when things get really bad. That is the sick fan in him. You were cursed as well. You did get a World Series, and the Popa obviously attended that World Series.
This is my
so
White Sox hat. This is my Popin hat.
No, that's your White Sox sucky hat.
It's my Popin hat.
We got swept by the Cubs, so it's a Monday, and I'm gonna wear my White Sox hat. At least your manager didn't have to get fired. Orioles say goodbye to Brandon Micah Hyde
Did they
this
fire
weekend.
Him? I totally
done.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, he's gone. They're 15-30 now.
Who's
They
managing
suck.
now? Buck Showalter back?
I don't care. It's just bench coach.
Buck Showalter.
Get Buck.
My guy. Friend of the show.
George Costanza's friend.
Spent some time here in Columbus.
Get him back.
Has fond memories of the city.
Well, I mean, there were really two stints past the Cal Ripken era where the Orioles were worth a damn, and Buck Showalter was part of one of them, and Brandon Hyde was part of the one these last 2 years, which didn't result in any postseason wins. So, yeah, whatever. See what he's doing. Call him up. Get him back.
How about Johnny Oates? Dead?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. What about Adam Oates, former Washington Capital?
How about Hall and Oates? Maneater.
Either one of them. Are they both alive?
I think they're both alive. Yeah.
They're both banging?
It's Daryl Hall and who was the Oates?
Daryl Hall and John Oates.
Johnny Oates?
Yes.
The baseball manager?
Daryl Hall and John Oates, yeah.
Nothing like some yacht rock.
Crew ties Cincinnati on Saturday. Another opportunity to get 3 points. They had tons of opportunities, didn't finish. You get a point. Look, I understand that, hey, you don't lose. You get a point. But at some point, how many times can I say point? At some
juncture,
sure, you got to capitalize on these, right? Same thing was against Miami up in Cleveland. They had tons of chances, couldn't finish. Here they had tons of chances, couldn't finish.
Yeah, I mean, reading over some of Wilfried Nancy's comments after the game, you could tell that, and watching his press conference, you could tell that there's frustration there. But you also look at where you are in the table, focus on the fact that you at least got a draw, so it wasn't a devastating night.
We have to say table.
It was a frustrating night.
Don't say table.
I'm just trying to be like Bone.
Don't be like Bone. Bone's gone. He's dead.
Why do we got to put the home team on top when we're reading the boxes on the internet too? Why do we have to do that the European way?
That's soccer. You got the kit.
But this is
you got the gaffer.
This is American soccer. We should fall in line with how we write box scores journalistically in American sports.
No, I actually think that
you just gave me crap about saying the table. Then there's another thing.
In some
FCs, none of that crap.
In some circles, if you actually say soccer, they look at you dirty.
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
It's Club de Foot.
Club de Foot. Oh, wish they would have won. Yeah, it ruined my parlay because Scotty got the victory.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Reno Nell is the 2025 World's Strongest Man.
He sounds like a strong boy.
He's 30. He's a former rugby player, and he hails from South Africa, which means he's the first man from outside Europe or North America to take the title in the competition's 48-year history. He's also the first rookie to win since 1997. Good for him. Now, here's how it went down. It was very close. He only won by half a point. He built such a big lead the first 2 days. It's kind of like golf, except these scores carry over from day
Only
to day.
3 days, though, so they're like live. They don't do a nice 4-round competition,
That's right.
4 days.
Built a sizable lead on the first day of the final Saturday by finishing no worse than second in the day's 3 events. But he knew that his 2 worst events, the Flintstone Barbell and the Atlas Stones, were ahead of him. The Flintstone Barbell requires competitors to overhead press a bar weighing 531 pounds, while the Atlas Stones involve placing a series of stones between 310 and 460 pounds on pedestals.
Right. That's like the big, giant balls. Big.
You want to rush.
Big, huge.
You drop a bowling ball on your toe, man.
Well, I'm sure they have paramedics standing by. If you do drop one of those balls, I mean, this had to happen hundreds of times, right? There's
got to be injuries in this, of course.
Be like where your back just explodes. That's got to be a common injury when you're lifting that much weight. What would happen to your back if you tried to just, obviously it's not going to be even a quarter of the way to these weights, but say you get that thing that is too
Timmy,
heavy for you to try to budge.
My back.
And your back just leaves you.
My back.
Yeah.
Lick my bang.
That's right.
If I use the Swiffer in the house, just that swiffing motion, I'm laid up for a good week.
Use the Swiffer. If you just are, then your back goes away.
Oh, just existing?
Just being. Yes. People ask, what'd you do? What happened?
Nothing.
I
stood
lived
up.
a day. I lived a day. I went to bed. I woke up. I woke up hurt. That's how it happened. Threw my back out.
Had a great day at the house yesterday. I did some coloring with Samantha.
What'd you color?
Just some scenes. I said to Samantha, I want you to draw a picture of your perfect day.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so cute.
Oh, yeah.
It was, a little I love dad. She drew herself saying I love daddy and had a daddy T-shirt on. And top of the page, it was Sam plus dad equals heart. Sun was out.
Sure.
Green grass, flowers. And then in the corner of the picture was a gravestone that said R.I.P. Mom. At that moment, first of all, she looks just like me, but you can't deny the genetics here.
Wow.
I mean, it was so well timed. And
Samantha's sick.
She goes up. She has to be sick. You got to earn your keep in my house.
My goodness.
She goes up to her mother.
Oh, man.
And says, Mommy, I drew the picture of the perfect day. And she hands this picture to Kristen. Kristen looks at it, just shakes her head and gives it right back. Meanwhile, we're cackling away.
Oh, my gosh.
Fun times at the Riccardotti house. Little father-daughter bonding over her drawing a picture of her mother's grave.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with it.
The sun is shining. You got the birds are out there. The grass is green.
Here's why there's nothing wrong with it. Because she doesn't mean any of it. She loves her mother.
Of course.
It was purely for humor.
Sadistic humor.
But I tell people this, and I get one of two reactions.
Right. You get the,
that's the greatest thing in the world.
That is terrible.
And then there's, that's a cry for help.
Boy.
You got to get her into therapy.
You've got to help this young woman, this young girl.
She's going to be in therapy eventually because she's my kid. But to me, that's a proud dad moment.
My goodness.
We do stuff like that all the time. She was bothering me the other day. She bothered me about something. And I just looked at her and said, you know what? I can't wait till you fall down the steps.
Well, if she doesn't stop jumping on the bed, that's what's going to happen. I mean, you've had these conversations before with Samantha where we as parents, and you and I, we might be a little bit more on the strange side with just what we joke about. And if people had microphones inside our homes, maybe the language and like what we say to each other is a little bit different than most.
Closer knit families, though.
Right. That's true. Like the three of us, like we've got our crew, like me, my wife, my son, like we laugh a lot. Sarah's mom even told us the other day, we were leaving flag football, and she kind of stopped us and she said, you know what I like about you two? And that could have gone a million different ways, right? Because Kay has told me how great I am several times, so I just thought it was going to be more of the same.
Kay is the mother-in-law.
Kay's the mother-in-law. And she said, you guys really laugh a lot. And I said, we do, don't we? I said, because you have to in this life.
Absolutely, you have to.
You've got to find a way to find humor.
Chris and I are the same way.
I mean, it
actually pisses off my sister-in-law. What are you laughing at? Probably something you said or did.
All
we love to laugh at the expense of others.
Yes, right. You know, when we're driving on the road together, we don't have road rage, but we like to make fun of the other people that are out there that are doing dumb things.
And that's healthy because you can get that out through laughter.
Right.
As opposed to going and trying to kill someone.
Right. If I'm driving and we're in the right lane trying to get to an exit and there's 17 cars there going 38 miles an hour on 270 and there's nowhere for you to go, why not just shout out, F, you know, and you look over your wife and she's laughing like the devil. That feels good when you're stuck in traffic like that.
Could a 5-star prospect be coming to Ohio State? And by the way, it's not a wide receiver. They can get 5 stars at other positions. We'll talk about it next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right shoulder on southbound 270's off-ramp to westbound I-70, and that's on the West Outer Belt. And we've got a 5-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on westbound 70 downtown at the 71 West Split. This report is sponsored by Take 5 Oil Change. Get oil changes that are pit stop fast. Take 5 Oil Change gets you in and out in 10 minutes and is teaming up with the movie F1, starring Brad Pitt. Book ahead or drive in and catch all the speed and action only in theaters June 27th. This film is not yet rated. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
This is This Date in Reds Baseball with team historian Greg Rhodes.
I'll bet there are many Reds fans listening who recall this day, an afternoon game in Colorado on May 19th, 1999. The Reds pitching staff gave up 12 runs, but who cared? For the Reds offense had a record-setting day, scoring 24 times, the most scored by a Reds team since 1911. The Reds had 28 hits, 15 for extra bases, which set a club record and tied the National League mark. Sean Casey had 6 RBIs. The Reds homered 6 times. Jeffrey Hammonds hit 3 to lead the club. The Reds scored 6 in the first and 6 more in the 7th. What a day, this May 19th, 1999. This date in Reds baseball.
This Date in Reds Baseball is brought to you by the Cincinnati Reds Hall of Fame and Museum, presented by Dinsmore. Celebrating greatness, preserving history, providing inspiration.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Over the weekend, you went into your closet trying on shorts from last year. They were all too tight, so you searched deeper in the closet, looking through shorts you stashed away from thinner years. Maybe a big pair had gotten lost in the mix. No luck. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't buy bigger shorts. Instead, do what I did and fit into the ones from last year in just a few weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss. Heck, you'll be wearing your thin shorts again just a few weeks after that. How do I know? Because I'm still wearing my thin Austin shorts again this summer. I've kept my 50 pounds off thanks to Awaken 180's free maintenance support for life. Say it with me. I won't buy bigger shorts. Make that pledge, then call Awaken 180 and make the most out of this summer and every summer after. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or head online at awaken180weightloss.com. You won't regret it.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. Visit Giant Eagle to see how easy it is to save.
Common Man and Timmy here for the ESPN Bet Sportsbook inside Hollywood Casino. Golf tournament giveaway is on May 20th. Win a pair of tickets to the golf tournament where Jen Winters falls down. Visit Hollywood Columbus on social media and follow the steps for a chance to win.
That is a great golf tournament, but I am really just focused on this. All-you-can-eat ribs on Tuesdays and Thursdays throughout May, only at the ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Did I just say all-you-can-eat ribs?
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Rothman and Ice.
Your front office has the ability to maneuver these numbers around. Cap space is a thing, but sometimes the way it looks on paper, it's not as concrete as it may seem.
Rothman and Ice. Weekdays at noon.
Sponsored by Pella Columbus.
The Fan.
Career changers, including veterans and active duty service members. Your transition starts here. Go from GI to IT in a matter of months. Become a certified cyber warrior with training at My Computer Career. Cybersecurity specialists are in high demand, offering IT pros great opportunities and a rewarding lifestyle while protecting our people, liberty, and treasured institutions from cyber threats. Deploy your career in IT today. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. SkillBridge and other VA benefits are available to those who qualify.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days.
See lindsayhonda.com for details.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
This show cuts harder than a Cape Cod chip inside Timmy's mouth. This is Common Man and Timmy.
Had some Cape Cods this weekend, Timmy.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, we get them all the time.
Oh, you do?
Love them.
Oh, they're too hard,
You're out of your
man.
mind. How you eating these things?
I don't. That's
what do you
I don't
chew
eat
with
them.
the roof of your mouth? You have teeth.
They're so hardened. If you just catch one of those abnormally large chips and you're not careful with it, it can just slice the side of your mouth, and that's not a good feeling when I'm eating.
I've heard of some weird injuries. I've never heard of death by chip.
That could be an injury. Like you hear some strange baseball injuries that have kept your guy on the 10 or 15 day DL in the past. Chip.
Let me tell you something.
Trevor Bauer cutting his hand with a drone, right? Slicing my lip open with a chip.
With a Cape Cod.
Can't do it.
Sea salt and cracked black pepper.
I do like a salt and pepper.
With some Daisy French onion dip.
Salt and pepper.
My
good.
God.
And it's funny you mentioned Cape Cod chips because I played a little golf yesterday. Had some fun. Played golf.
Who'd you
watched
play with?
golf. I played with a couple of lads out at York, Austin and Cody. And one of them, his day job, he handles convenience store marketing for the Pepperidge Farm guys. It's actually Campbell's. Campbell's is the parent company. They're the big fish. Pepperidge Farm is underneath them. So he said they were like 4 or 5 holes in. This is the first time I'd ever played with these guys. They were nice guys. They've listened to the show in the past, so that's cool. He said, hey, if you ever need any snacks, I'm your guy.
Ever need any snacks?
And I said, need any snacks?
We always need snacks.
He unzips the golf bag, zip, and then he has all of the Chessman crackers, the cookies, the Pepperidge Farm like butter cookies. Like I love those. They got the different logos on them, the different like indentation.
Did this guy weigh 500 pounds?
No, this guy was nice
How do
and
you do
fit
that for a living and not weigh 500 pounds?
He's got goldfish. He's got the Chessman crackers. He's got the Nicot crackers or the cookies, whatever they are. And Cape Cod is actually one of the snacks that's in that family.
All right, tell him to get me some Cape Cod. I'm going to teach you how to eat them. We're going to have a little lesson about how to eat Cape Cods because apparently you can't do it.
No, it's tough for me. Got it, though. Cracked pepper and sea salt.
I have a question for you about the goldfish. Do you have this issue? Because I'm having it. Now that I've had like the extreme goldfish with like 4 times the cheddar on it.
Yeah, I know where you're going.
Like you go back to a regular goldfish. It's like, what are we, Amish?
Still like it. Classics.
It's not enough for me. Now I need more of the cheddar flavor.
It's like in the NFL when we go to all of these stupid uniforms, when the Seattle Seahawks started to wear whatever godforsaken uniform kit that was, the ones they even won the Super Bowl with. I guess it takes some of the edge off when you do that, but you still love a good old Raiders uniform. Yeah, Raiders. You love that silver and black. You love the classics, right? My baseball team might suck. I like that all-white Orioles uniform. There's something classic about it. That good, clean bird smiling at you.
What does that have to do with
a classic
goldfish
snack?
Not being tasty enough?
It is tasty. It's just you're overloaded with seasoning. And they're too dusty. If you're talking about a car snack, if you want to have a good car snack, you better not go with those extreme blasted. Try swiping your phone. You'll have gooey crap all over your screen.
You shouldn't be swiping your phone when you're driving,
but
Timmy.
That's what I'm saying.
Safety first.
You need to have a good dry snack for in the car. And
What's the best driving snack? I have the answer.
Combo.
Yes, it is a combo. But it's not that pretzel. It's the cracker.
You're sick.
It's the combo cracker.
You're sick.
Pretzel all the way, Timmy. Right?
Who's talking to you, Teddy?
What's the matter with him?
Timmy and I, we are
Right?
talking. Yeah.
What's going on there, Teddy?
I'm doing good, Mike.
Thanks. But I love how you're sitting there and you're talking about the extreme flavor blasted goldfish, which was a good wrinkle. And then when it comes to one of life's great snacks, maybe the best convenience store snack of all time. Yeah, let's get that snack, but let's get the suckiest version of it available.
It's not the suckiest version.
The cracker. That's not even meant to be that cracker.
Teddy, you were eating the cracker the other day. Right?
No, I had the pretzel.
You were eating the cracker.
Somebody was eating a cracker.
I tried one of yours.
And you were delighted.
I said,
it's good.
No, it's good.
It's not the pretzel.
It's not the pretzel. The pretzel's got salt crystals on the outer edge of the pretzel.
The cracker also has salt crystals, if you're paying attention. Also, yes, it does. It has a buttery hue that the pretzel doesn't have.
I'll give you a bluish hue when I kick you in the sack.
We get T-Bone back now. We done with this experiment, Teddy?
T-Bone gone.
5-star linebacker Xavier Griffin decommitted from USC last week. He's paying OSU a visit next week. He is the number 2 linebacker in the 2026 class.
That's good. Take advantage of somebody else's misfortune.
I got to TXT my pal, James Laurinaitis. See what type of money bag he needs for this guy.
See what kind of NIL fund? I'm sure it's not going to be a tiny one for a guy like Xavier Griffin to get his services. I mean, I would assume he got a large offer just to go or just to commit to USC in the first place.
And he said, go to hell.
Go to hell. Like, I don't like where the future of the program is going, possibly, or the fit.
That's not what he said.
On defense, or
said,
just the money's
give me
not
a bigger
enough.
bag is what he said.
But hey, they're in the running for some other guys like Tyler Atkinson, another Georgia guy. And Sincere Johnson, I believe he's the Cleveland Glenville star. So James Laurinaitis, underrated recruiter because, and I don't think people that are actually paying attention think he's underrated, but on the surface, it just looks like Brian Hartline is the dude still when it comes to recruiting wide receivers. But you've got a lot of unbelievable recruiters on the staff right now. And James Laurinaitis and what he's doing in the linebacker room, he is one of them.
Another Michael Jordan jersey is sold at auction. Uniform Jordan wore for 17 games during the 92-93 season. Sold for $2.623 million. He was also shown on the cover of the October 18th, 1993 issue of Sports Illustrated wearing that jersey. Apparently they can photo match these things, and I don't know.
Yeah, I was reading that part of it, and they're saying that this is the only Jordan uniform for which they're aware of to be matched to any specific season of the Bulls' first three-peat. So,
first three-peat. I was going to say the last year, that last dance year in 98, they had a jersey that sold from that year. It was $10 million it sold from.
Yes, this one's not close to that, right? That's still, at the time this article was written, the most of any piece of sports memorabilia.
It's on the cover of SI. How cool would that be?
That's really cool.
You got the jersey.
And
then the cover.
Oh.
Say, hey, see that jersey he's wearing right there?
Oh, my God.
You got to, look, I understand it probably comes framed, but you got to put that on, right?
What if you
just run around the house, at least put it on?
I'll tell you one thing you don't do is have flavor blasted goldfish.
I'm not saying you eat. It's not snack yum time.
What an insane move that would be. Especially if it's the home white.
Wiping your face.
God, the cheddar. Oh, man. What do you think the frame job would be, too? Like the price of that frame job?
Oh, you can't go to the place in the strip mall.
For the SI cover, that one I would say you got to go at least $500 because you're getting the double matted. You're getting framed and
They're
double
doing
matted.
The museum
double
glass.
accents. You're getting like beveled mats like on the edges, like
Custom,
extreme edge work. And then the jersey, that's going to cost you $1,500 probably.
All right, this idiot next to me, Timmy, is Jameis Winston. I'm going to tell you why coming up next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slowdown due to an accident that's on southbound 270's on-ramp from Roberts Road on the West Outer Belt. And also expect some delay due to an accident that's on North High Street between Royal Forest Boulevard and Morse Road. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Now's the time to get a great deal on Kubota construction equipment featuring durable Kubota engines, more comfort, more productivity, more get it done right. The Kubota construction lineup shows up ready to work every day. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for 60 months, or save up to $4,500. Now through June 30th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Stop by Columbus Equipment in Columbus, Dayton, or Toledo to see their full line of Kubota construction equipment, or check them out online at ColumbusEquipment.com.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, you're the Carfax guy.
The Carfax from Carfax.
Wow.
And you, sir, work at Tire Discounters.
I sure do.
The Carfax top-rated service center.
Oh, right. You know, a lot of that's because of our services. But people think we're just about tires.
Maybe it's your name.
Yeah.
Tire Discounters and your jingle.
Oh, you like it?
I think it needs something.
Yeah? Like what?
Hit it. Plus brakes, oil changes, shocks, and struts, and more. Now that speaks to me.
This summer, something wild is coming to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens soon. Get closer than ever to Mexican wolves, river otters, and more in stunning new habitats. Experience wildlife and conservation in action. Plan your visit today at columbuszoo.org.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money britches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Are you a skilled hardscape worker looking for better pay, steady work, and a crew that has your back? Join 9 Trees Landscape Construction, Central Ohio's top patio and retaining wall builder for outdoor living spaces. We value craftsmanship, dependability, and hustle, and pay you accordingly. We are hiring experienced or ready to learn, full-time, no weekends, top pay and benefits. Call 614-921-9595 or visit 9treeslc.com. 9 Trees, where hard work builds more than just great patios.
Did you know even the smallest increase in mortgage rates can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your loan? Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. It's true, even a 0.25% change in rate can cost you thousands of dollars over the life of your mortgage. But with Third Federal's new Early Rate Lock, you don't have to take chances. Early Rate Lock is the only pre-approval that locks in your rate at pre-approval, even before you find a house. Plus, we're so confident that our rates are the lowest, if you find a lower rate, we'll beat it or give you $1,000. And now through May 31st, get pre-approved with Third Federal and we'll pay all of your closing costs. So don't wait. Call Third Federal today.
Right now with Third Federal, even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. Zero closing costs on low-cost loans only. See conditions for lowest rate guarantee at thirdfederal.com. Equal housing lender.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts at Low T Center today for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, Private Selection Angus 90% lean ground sirloin is on sale. 1 pound packages are only $5.77 each with your digital coupon. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
2 guys drove to work. Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same 2 guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. Fresh off their Super Bowl victory a few months ago, the Philadelphia Eagles have agreed to an extension with head coach Nick Sirianni. The terms of the extension have not yet been disclosed. Both the Cincinnati Reds and Cleveland Guardians are in action tonight after meeting up over the weekend in Cincinnati for the Ohio Cup. The Reds look to keep their momentum going off their sweep of the Guardians tonight in Pittsburgh. Left-hander Nick Lodolo will get the ball for the Redlegs. They get going tonight at 6:40. While the Guardians are in Minnesota beginning a 3-game set with the Twins, Logan Allen will take the hill for Cleveland. The first pitch is tonight at 7:40. An off night for the NBA and Stanley Cup playoffs as it gears up for the conference finals, which begins tomorrow night. This one's sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. It's great to have goals. It's even better to have experts to help you attain those goals. Experts in weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan.
This show has over 50 years of combined radio experience. They also have a combined mental age of 11. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Rhyme time. That broke many a man.
Yeah.
But you, my friend, just went straight on through. No acknowledgement of the fart noises whatsoever. Kudos to you.
That's the golfer in rhyme time. That was laser Scheffler-like focus.
I was locked in. I was locked in.
Yeah.
I will say I almost cracked a couple times.
There wasn't even a moment. Didn't come out that way, though. Steady Eddie. Good for you, Rhyme Time.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know what that means? Got to try harder. I'm going to play even more inappropriate
That's
stuff.
a goal for you now.
Try to crack a little bit because sometimes it might be better. Or say excuse me when that's happening to you.
Well, he's a professional, unlike you.
Well,
you would have to make mention of it.
Just trying to get ahead.
Foodgasm coming up at 4:46. Jason's Beef with Jayson Stark at 5:30. Have a little broccoli rob.
Juicy.
I had a buddy named Rob once. We called him Broccoli Rob.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hell of a nickname, Mike.
Thank you, Timmy.
You're welcome.
What I tease? Oh, so you come in today. You're an idiot, by the way.
I know.
If you're watching on YouTube, please, Teddy, can you zoom in on the chain that Timmy is wearing around his neck?
How have we not talked about this yet? Good call bringing that up.
I've been telling you for a while that you need a gaudy gold chain.
Yeah.
Because you're just a gaudy guy. And here you are. You have a gold chain. It's got a basketball and a hoop. The basketball is fitted with diamonds. Timmy's making huge afternoon show money now.
Yeah. So stop talking so I can get the camera to zoom in on this. So he sends me a text a couple of days ago, and it's just got a link to it, and it's from Saks Off Fifth. Want to make that clear distinction between Saks Fifth Avenue's website and Saks Off Fifth. That's the stuff that they cannot sell, so they send that to the outlet and the outlet online retailer. And when I click on this thing and see that it's only about $55, my first text back to him 5 minutes later is that it's already in the cart. And this thing came in about 3 days, and it was beautiful. When it arrived yesterday.
Gaudy.
Oh.
It is borderline offensive, and I love it.
Oh, it's fantastic.
And if I didn't think
it's got real diamonds
I'd be
in it.
stealing your thunder, I'd get one for myself.
You should get one.
No, I can't get the same exact one. What is this, amateur hour?
They came in 3 different tones, too.
No.
Had the stainless and they had the Cuban silver
They
as
had
well.
some other really gaudy stuff on there, too. Some big crosses.
Big crosses.
Like Flava Flav watches.
Oh, yes.
Clocks you put on your chest.
And you're right about the yellow gold.
It pops.
It does. Something about I like the silver chain.
I'll tell you,
and I still will wear
silver's
it, but
fine.
The yellow gold
But
is really great.
Nothing reads sleazeball like a good yellow gold chain.
Oh, man. It is great.
Hanging out, too.
So let me tell you what we were doing. So Sarah wasn't feeling great. Jack's been playing some flag football. So we've had some Sundays where we would take him to the field about an hour early because they like to get a little practice in before the first game. And so this past Sunday, Sarah was feeling a little sickly. So we were going to drop Jack at the field like we've done occasionally and then go and grab a coffee and I was maybe going to get her a hot tea or something at the Starbucks. So we're in the area of like Tremont, Upper Arlington. We're playing at one of the schools up there. And we head down to that Giant Eagle, the marketplace one. It's like a city in there. It's huge, big, beautiful store. Now, I have nothing against Giant Eagle.
I love a good Giant Eagle.
I do too. The one on Hilliard Rome Road closed a while back. So it hasn't been in my main hopper of stores that I would frequent, right? Because you're kind of a creature of habit. And with what's around you, I've got the Meijer right there, and we've got the Sam's Club right there. On a normal week, that's pretty much what I will hit. Maybe occasionally, sometimes I'll make the trek to Sawmill, go to a Trader Joe's, something like that. But we're a Giant Eagle, so we're kind of on the road here. And they have all the different food spots because it's a marketplace. So I get to the soup bar, and I'm trying to be nice. I'm like, oh, honey, a soup here would be perfect for you. A little chicken noodle soup. That's it. Get her a little cup of that.
That'll do the trick.
That'll do the trick. You'll be feeling better. You'll be right as rain in no time, or at least it's going to help out that ouchy throat. So that's it. She got herself a coffee or a tea at the Starbucks. Already paid for that up there because that's a little separate transaction. And I'm looking around, and there's nobody in the cafe. So I said, okay, that's too bad. Like, because they got a pizza spot. There's usually somebody manning that position. Can't pay there. Go over to where there's like a super express checkout thing. I know Meijer has these now too, where you've got your regular self-checkouts, but there's ones where they don't even have like a conveyor or a place to set things. You just scan an item or so and you go. So I try that one, hitting a couple buttons on it. I'm like, okay, that's weird. Like it's not letting me in, it's not letting me in to scan it. So strike two. Tried the cafe, didn't work. No one there. Tried this, didn't work. I go into the main like melee where there's like 15 self-checkers. Lots of people. They're very busy. Find one that's open, wait my time. Get to that again. I'm trying to scan this item. It won't scan. It's not letting me. It's saying, no soup for you. No soup for you. I'm like,
was it not recognizing the soup?
This is what I later found out. And I almost couldn't believe it because I had been out of Giant Eagle for some time. I don't know when they made the switch. Maybe it's been a year. Maybe it's been 2. I don't know. You cannot, and Evil Bald Colin must be a Giant Eagle goer. He backed this up. You cannot even make a purchase at all unless you are signed up for their club or their card. Anyone can do it for free, don't get me wrong. But in the heat of the battle there, I'm actually at the self-scan. I just wanted to get it and go. I'm holding people up.
Most of the time, there's a human being there that overwrites it so that you can scan and be on your way.
People get busy. How many times is that person there when you need it? You're there you've got beer in your order and you're scanning that, and then it's a busy Saturday or Sunday afternoon and you're raising your hand like an idiot, like, oh, is anybody over here? I got my Michelob Ultras. Can somebody, I got my Coors Lights. Can somebody scan these out for me? No, like nobody's ever there when you need them. So I'm looking around. I wait.
Like how you shifted on a dime for the Coors Lights.
I made a mistake.
Look at you. You're a professional.
I made a mistake.
Yes, we love Coors Light.
Michelob sucks compared to Coors Light. The mountains are blue. Give me one right now. I'm going to drink it. So I go back to the cafe area. I'm pissed at this point. I'm like, I'm trying to give you money.
What about a person? There wasn't a regular person checking people out? There was nothing?
There was
I don't believe you.
Slammed with people. I have a cup of soup. I waited in line.
So what did you do?
I looked. I tried to pay.
You stole the soup.
I didn't steal the soup. We went back to the cafe, gave it one more shot, see if anybody was around there, even asked the person at Starbucks if we could pay there. Like, no, like we can't ring that up here. I'm like, okay. I finally just say, honey, there's a table right there. Sit down, enjoy your soup. You're going to enjoy that soup.
You didn't pay for that soup. You're Jameis Winston with the crab legs.
I'm not Jameis Winston.
You jumped on a table and said, blanker in the blankie.
I'm the idiot. You're the idiot. Blake.
Blanker in the blankie.
That was a misappropriation of teases back there, too, to put me in the same light as a,
He was stealing crab legs from the Publix. You're stealing soup from the Giant Eagle.
He stole so many crab legs, he probably was up to a felony with all the crab legs he stole.
Stealing.
Those are like $19 a pound. And did he try to pay?
Maybe he did.
I went through 3 different lines holding up my cash. I'm like trying to stuff the cash into the slot, and it's like spitting it back out like, no, you're not one of us. You're not a member. You can't shop here. I'm like, oh, come on. And I later, when I was done, I'm like registering on the app so this type of foolishness doesn't happen to me again.
You should be registered. It's free.
I was registered.
Give them your phone number.
I actually had a card, but the card was so old that didn't even scan. I had the Giant Eagle card. Oh, man. I felt like the
forbidden
felt like
soup.
A real lowlife, but it felt amazing.
How'd that soup taste?
I felt like Costanza.
Best soup you ever had in your life, right?
Oh, I mean, I made her.
What kind of soup was it? A bisque?
It was a chicken noodle. Oh. It was a chicken noodle. Come on. With crackers. With oyster crackers.
With crackers.
Just a bag of oyster crackers, too.
See? Can't even talk, can you?
Can't even get the words out.
Blanker right in the blankie. Who says a 7th round pick can't make some serious cash? Details next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane and causing some delay on southbound 270 on the east outer belt at Main Street. And there's a 5-minute slowdown on northbound 71 on the north side between 670 and 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lesset. The Ohio Laborers Union. They're more than just hard hats and tools. They're the backbone of Ohio's infrastructure, constructing vital projects that shape your communities. Their skilled laborers pave the way for smoother commutes, ensuring safe and efficient travel on Ohio roads and highways. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
The Bobcat National Sales Event is happening now at Bobcat Enterprises. Get up to $10,000 in rebates or choose financing as low as 0% for 60 months on the industry's most comfortable compact loaders. See Bobcat Enterprises in Hilliard, Reynoldsburg, or Zanesville today for incredible savings during the National Sales Event and find the current specials and full line of products at bobcatent.com.
Some restrictions apply. Length of contract and rate may vary. Offer ends June 30th, 2025.
Bobcat Enterprises, celebrating 50 years of serving you.
Bobby Carpenter here for Germain Toyota. Swing by Germain Toyota and ask for Marcello and discover unbeatable deals and a wide selection of new and certified pre-owned Toyota vehicles. Visit them at germaintoyota.net. Germain Toyota on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road.
Boating season is finally here, and Buckeye Lake Marina is your go-to destination for all your on-the-water needs. With the largest inventory in Central Ohio, we've got a boat for everyone. So come on down and find your next dream boat at Buckeye Lake Marina. The good life, the lake life, starts at Buckeye Lake Marina.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Are you experiencing knee pain? Is something as simple as walking up and down the stairs painful? Well, I found the answer to your pain. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell. What Columbus Medical Director Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team are doing is nothing short of remarkable. They are using regenerative cell therapy to restore the tissue in your achy joints. These are biologic growth factors with robust healing properties carefully and strategically placed in your joints. It's a powerful and potent way to give your joints new life, repairing old tissues. Best part with QC Kinetics, there are no drugs, there's no surgeries involved, and there's no downtime. This is an all-natural cellular level option with lasting relief. The patient's satisfaction reports are astonishing. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call QC Kinetics now and learn about these cutting-edge treatment that can help you live your best life. The consultation is free. New locations in Grove City and Canal Winchester. 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
Morning Juice is now live on YouTube. Join Bobby Carpenter and Jeff Thidoff weekday mornings from 6 to 8.
Just search 971 The Fan to catch the live experience or watch on demand.
The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty, and I buy real estate as is, fast for cash. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating. You're overwhelmed. You might not be big on technology, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Maybe you've gone through a divorce or a bad breakup, or a relative moved out. It's been hard, and you just want to take what you want and leave the rest behind. I will help you. Retiring and want to sell your commercial properties or land. I will help you. Sellers, whether you're selling as is or selling for top dollar, you're no longer alone. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Partly sunny, light winds, and a comfortable start to the week. Temperatures holding in the low 70s. Overnight will fall back down to around 50 degrees with a dry and a cool start to your Tuesday morning. Scattered showers and a few thunderstorms possible later Tuesday into Tuesday evening. More clouds and cooler with highs in the mid-60s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
Two men who are not allowed to sleep in the same room as their wives. This is Man and Timmy.
Timmy was talking last segment about how he was shut out at the Giant Eagle yesterday. Didn't have a rewards card, couldn't check out, so instead decided to steal the soup. Joshua in the YouTube chat says, I'm a Giant Eagle self-checkout veteran, and that's my local store. Timmy, next time you need help, hit me up. I'll be there in 3 minutes. So you just start screaming, Joshua!
Joshua!
Help me!
I'm over here. Checkout number 7.
Joshua, there appears to be an angry lesbian yelling for you over by the self-checkout.
I'm not sure if I should double pay for the soup next time or if I should be gifted another soup for the trouble. For going through so much trouble to try to give you my money as a consumer. That's what I'm not entirely sure.
So this idiot too, Timmy, being the idiot, goes to the doctor today. So you come in, you got your little, Band-Aid on your arm where they took blood.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just your regular physical today. And you said to me, we share a lot. Sometimes I wish we didn't share as much as we do. You said that you had some questions for the physician today as you went in for your physical. Would you like to share those questions with the people?
So the two things that were on the rundown today. Number one, we got to get a referral for a urologist. And hey, anybody, you guys in the chat, you've got a crack urologist, I'll run it through, see if it matches my health insurance. And if they're in network, maybe that could be one that I'll go to. And my doc will get me referred.
May I ask why?
Vasectomy. I was going to get to that.
Oh, I got a guy. You should have told me. Ask me. I'll get you a guy.
Okay, well, you're right here. You can give me this guy.
Tell him Common Man sent you.
He is good at snippy sacky. Works for me, works for you. So that's obviously one thing that's on the to-do list. That should have been done a year or two ago. It didn't get done.
That should have been done 13 years ago, buddy.
Yeah, right. It would have saved Jack from this world and being raised by me, but here we are. So we talked about that. Then the other thing that was on the list was I've been having more than usual, just some stomach pains. Maybe not so much pain, but it's just basically, how else do you say it? It's a buildup of gas. I've just been burping too much after my meals recently, and it's been annoying. I'm tired of taking Tums and Pepsid AC. I need to know what the next step is. Do I need something that's over the counter?
Have you
a little
tried?
Stronger?
Is your diet changed?
My diet has not changed that much, and I want to keep eating the same things that I'm eating.
Crap.
And I still will. I'm going to have pizza. I'm not going to cut out everything that I love. And he said, well, sometimes, a little bit of extra stress or anxiety in your life can lead to things happening with your stomach.
Stress or anxiety? You got a new show.
I know.
What's to be stressed out about? Just the whole future of the radio station's on your shoulders right now, Timmy. I mean,
what's the problem?
What's the problem?
What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, why? Any stresses, anxieties? No. And basically what I was thinking and what I said is I feel like I need to rip out a massive fart. That's what needs to happen.
You said this to the doctor.
I didn't say it in those terms. I just said it's gas. Doc, I gotta go. I need to go. I need to let one out. Longer. I need someone to stick me with a needle and just let all the air out. Like a balloon, basically.
That's juicy.
More.
That's
longer and louder.
But you said you've been burping.
I've been burping, but it's like that top of the stomach and the chest.
Burp.
Yes.
You're not getting it from deep down in your plums.
It's a burp that I have to release because there's so much acid and reflux.
I see.
They don't.
Well, there's your answer.
But they don't.
You need some Pepsid.
I've taken the Pepsid and that 12-hour stuff. It's more like reactive instead of proactive. I need something that maybe knocks me out for a 24-hour pill. I'm going to try a Prilosec.
Right, that's like a 2-week thing. You take it for 2 weeks.
Yes, and see what that does for me. So that's my next step. I'm going to start doing that tomorrow. Hopefully I don't feel like I got to rip a fart the entire show. Basically the entire day. I just need to let it out.
You try some Gas X?
Yeah, we're going to try some Gas X too.
That'll go in there and sort of suck up all the gas bubbles.
I'm getting Sarah's hitting the store maybe right now. That's going to be there for me when I get home. So will the Prilosec. I'm going to try these. Hopefully no gassy the rest of the week.
Teddy, you ever get errands to run like that where you got to pick up something disgusting for your partner? Like Gas X?
No.
Maybe feminine products?
Maybe years ago, but not recently. No, I can't recall anything like that. Yeah.
Do you really have some type of feeling about picking up a Gas X or any kind of medication?
No, I don't care.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
I have no shame.
Yeah, no
people
shame
do.
at all. I mean,
if your wife had any shame, she wouldn't be married to you.
Yeah,
exactly.
Good point, right?
You know what? You're a good friend of mine. I don't want you to be uncomfortable. Right? Usually I'm staunchly anti-flatulent during the show. But if you feel like you have to go in here, don't hold it in on my account.
I was wondering if you could help me because I've seen, and I know you've seen these too. There's all these, and people question whether they're real or fake. I do not know, but people that have gotten massages before or gone to, not massages, chiropractor. You're at the chiropractor.
I've been to the chiropractor many times.
And you'll see like the way that people get sort of wrenched around and twisted, whether they're like on their side and the doc's kind of like leveling into the lower back and trying to get something to click or snap or something. And then people just let out these loud farts, just ripping them.
I've never experienced that.
Never happened to you.
Never happened to me.
But I've seen on all these reels where it happens and it just sounds glorious. It sounds like you just release everything, just clears it all out.
So let me get this straight. You want to go in to a chiropractor
and
you want to say, "Hey, doc," are we calling them docs?
I think you're a doc,
okay,
right?
Hey, doctor of chiropractic. Yeah. Hey, doc, I really want to unleash some gas. You want me to work on your alignment at all? It's like only if it helps release gas.
I need to be positioned in a certain way where it just...
But then again,
just all the way
You're
out.
also just unloading in their presence. You have no shame?
Well, yeah, I think you would have a little bit of shame, but if this was part of the drill, if this was actually something that they advertised, then it could be a little bit different.
I would say no one advertises that, but there are chiropractors that advertise like, we can cure your cancer.
There are?
Oh, they're
doesn't make any, that doesn't
There's
make any
always,
sense.
Of course it doesn't make sense,
Yeah.
but there's quacks out there that think if you realign something, then all of a sudden your ALS goes away.
Could be a new thing. You know, this could be like a new...
All right, get in touch with us.
New piece
Text
out
the
there.
burner phone, 614-787-3093. If you know of a chiropractor who releases gas, like he or she doesn't, but they maneuver you in a way where then you release gas, get in touch with us. Timmy would like to go there.
Could help me out a little bit.
It'll be like Deshaun Watson at the massage parlor, where you're just going for a regular alignment, and they say, "Oh, doc, do me a favor."
Except for instead of that,
get rid of this gas.
It's just the farting. And that just feels glorious when it happens.
I mean,
thank you so much.
We'll do a rub and a tug before we do that. No, doc, I don't want the rub and a tug. I just want the gas.
Just gotta get it out, please.
Quinn Ewers, you know him, went in the 7th round to the Dolphins, pick number 231. He is going to get a total of $4.3 million over 4 years on his rookie contract. However, he has just signed an autograph deal with Panini.
Panini guy.
$3 million.
Ooh-wee. And wasn't
7th round pick still pays.
I mean, when you factor in what his entire rookie contract is going to pay him, the offers that he had around college football rival that. But
in theory, I mean, what was it, $4 million?
$4 million or so for one season, for one more season at a place like Miami. But now you're talking about this incredible endorsement opportunity. And I don't know how that would have been if he were still a college football player, because there's a big difference between being an NFL player, being a college football player as far as the card hobby goes. But yeah, to be an exclusive with Panini for that kind of cash. This is the thing Jack could tell us all about. Who the guys are that are exclusive to Panini and who the exclusive to Topps is.
Jack, your son.
Yes.
Not Jack Nicklaus.
Jack Nicklaus. We should have some Jack Nicklaus Panini cards. I think Tiger Woods has a
Panini.
set of cards.
Yeah.
You like a good sandwich,
hot
Jack?
sandwich, you press that down? Absolutely.
I'm more of a cold cuts guy, but to each their own. Paninis can be good sometime. Please. Dear God.
Dozens of people are upset they couldn't watch a football game this weekend. Details in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Slower traffic is causing a 5-minute delay on eastbound 670 between Neal Avenue and 71. And you're going to hit a 10-minute slowdown on eastbound 70 on the east side from Livingston Avenue to 270. This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you could save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here to help keep you on the road so you can soak up all the summer fun. The road tunes.
Take me out to the ball game.
Hotel pools. Emergency ice cream stops. The sunscreen and bug spray everywhere. At Valvoline Instant Oil Change, we're here for it all. So stop in for a quick oil change before you go. Only takes about 15 minutes. No appointment needed.
If your garage door is so ugly that Google Street View blurred it out, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, transforming the look of people's homes with beautiful Clopay doors. Straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Introducing Ice Cream Quakes from UDF. Big chunks of your favorite candies and cookies blended with real UDF ice cream. Made the way you want. Real creamy, real chunky, real. Ice Cream Quakes. New from United Dairy Farmers.
Newman Roofing, as part of their 2025 Commitment to Community initiative, is proud to partner with 10TV and The Fan to launch Raise the Roof, honoring local heroes. This week's honoree is Natalie Lorenz from Delaware. Natalie is a fire dispatcher who coordinates resources during major incidents and provides instructions to callers before the fire department arrives, going above and beyond the call of duty. Her professionalism, compassion, and strength make her an invaluable asset to her workplace and community. Natalie is a true unsung hero who deserves to be recognized.
And Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
Common Man's wife would rather bang her head up against a wall instead of listening to this show. Timmy's wife is banging the milkman. This is Man and Timmy.
And I'm looking up chiropractors in Hilliard. Just for you, because you said you wanted to go to a chiropractor, not because you're having problems with your back or neck, but because you need help with releasing gas.
Well, let's kill two birds with one stone here. I mean, I wouldn't say that I've got the back issues that you've had, but let's not make it out like I've never had any lower back pain. So that could also help me.
I'm trying to look at gas stuff.
Well, let me tell you this, because I was looking up that part of it. Forget about just looking for a chiropractor. There's a lot of chiropractors around, and I trust I could get a good one in a town like this. I wanted to merely find out some more facts or evidence about the releasing of gas. Now, apparently, even when you hear that cracking and popping sound after chiropractic adjustments, that is a release of gas. And
well, it's gas in between your bones.
Right, in the bones, right. But then I was more curious about the farting aspect, if that is something that occurs. And from this website, it says, digestive problems after a chiropractic adjustment, which, again, I don't want to have problems with it. I want it to release, but it says as the body shifts back into alignment, it can release tensions and toxins that it has been holding. This may result in nausea, diarrhea, or excessive gas. So possibly constant farting after it's done the next day or so as you sort of settle back in.
I'm getting some messages on the burner phone from people who bring their kids to chiropractors, which I didn't know that you did. But apparently if they have digestive issues like constipation, some people do that. And they say that after they go to the chiropractor, that diaper is full.
Like babies.
Babies and toddlers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing either.
So maybe you asked for that service.
Just said, fix me up.
Wear a diaper.
Just go to town. You have to get some kind of hazard pay, though. I mean, my God, that's disgusting. Just the smell alone, you have to be making double or charging double for that kind of treatment.
Well,
I guess that's fair, too.
Yeah.
Don't want to put another human into that position. I don't understand that. I really don't understand how a lot of services are done.
Thanks, Timmy. Hey, Teddy, you're watching the UFL this weekend. You're a big fan.
Yeah, I was watching it, and there was a big problem.
What was the problem, Ted?
Watching it, and it's right towards the end of the game. Nice, exciting game, and then...
Which game was it, Ted?
I think it was the Rough Riders.
Nope. Not at all.
Renegades.
Yes, it was the Renegades. Arlington Renegades and DC Defenders. Late in the game.
Some fan you are, Ted.
Apparently there was a thrilling finish in this UFL game. It was on ABC. And normally what happens is, they will bump the sport that was supposed to come up to another channel. And then when your game is over, they'll put that back on. In this case, it was NBA coverage that was starting up.
Pre-game coverage, too.
Pre-game coverage. Instead, they showed how much they value the UFL by just bouncing it to ESPN2 so they could run the NBA pregame show, which I approve of, by the way. I don't care. You're acknowledging that one sport's more important than the next one. Yes, you are.
Absolutely.
You're acknowledging that 10 million people are going to tune in to watch the NBA and 7 people are currently watching the UFL. And if they want to see it so badly, I'm surprised it just got bumped to ESPN2.
Right.
I would have put it on the Ocho.
Ocho's not even good enough. Put it 16 levels below that. This other thing that happens on the flip side of that when you're waiting for a Buckeye basketball game to start or any college basketball game that you're trying to tune in or anything else. And sometimes when a game is a blowout, it would be nice if they would just maybe finish that coverage somewhere else so your game can start on time if they're up by 29 points or something like that. It's annoying when you have to wait 15, 20 minutes to get into the start of your game to catch your coverage. But, I mean, in a case like this, it's a sport that you don't even care about. Yes, what is the difference? Who cares? But, I mean, I would love if there was a way to actually start the event on time.
I'm sorry.
What?
I wasn't listening to a word you were saying. I just fell down this wormhole of adults. I don't know why it makes it better or worse. Adults in the throes of chiropractic therapy.
Yes.
Just spewing crap out of their orifice.
Why is that?
Just uncontrollable.
Why are you able to watch that?
Diarrhea.
Why are you able to watch that on a work computer? It's not on the work computer. That's on the burner phone.
I wasn't ready for it. I thought we were just going to get like a toot or something. Instead, it was, here comes the Willy Wonka brown chocolate river.
I actually don't know if I want that.
And you know what? The chiropractor who was performing the services he doesn't look unsettled in any way. He's like, oh, yeah, this happens all the time. You know, people come in and just poo themselves.
Well, it's like the women that do the waxing services. You just get numbed to it, right? It's nothing to see all that down there. I find it crazy that that's your life, that that's your job, that someone actually has to do that. But
Kristen's, I'm going to get in so much trouble for talking about this.
I guess.
But you know what? I sacrifice for my soup.
You suffer for it.
For the good of the show, I'm going to tell you this story.
Oh, no.
I may have to come sleep at your house tonight.
Yeah, maybe
but I'm going to tell you this story. So one of Kristen's friends has become best friends with the person who waxes her.
That's an interesting relationship.
Okay, well, that's the thing, is it's not, she doesn't just do the front.
Yeah.
She does the back.
All of Australia.
And the bleaching.
This is exactly what I'm talking about.
I said, well, what kind of sick relationship is that? How can you become, first of all, I don't know how you can just go up to another human being, spread your cheeks and say, take care of this. All right, I couldn't do it. I know that's technically their job, but it's what they signed up to do.
What do you feel worse about, the person that's asking or paying to get the service done, or the person that has to perform the service that's getting paid to do it? Which of it is more embarrassing?
I feel bad for both.
Right.
I feel uncomfortable. But then how about when you're spreading it apart and they're doing whatever they're doing back there, right, face to face with the blowhole, and then you say something like, "Yay, you want to go to Olive Garden for dinner tonight? Little double date, you and the hubby and me. Yeah, I got a long day of bleaching a-holes here, but afterwards, maybe we can meet up." You can't become friends with somebody like that.
I guess you can.
I once said it's impossible to date your dental hygienist because they've been inside that orifice and they're cleaning out little pieces of corned beef in between your teeth. But can you imagine becoming friends with the woman who either waxes or bleaches your BH?
I mean, I appreciated your dental hygienist take, but in all honesty, I think we're so everybody's got to go to the dentist. It's not seen as the grossest thing just to get your teeth cleaning. This is the one. We're touching on the one.
Timmy,
I don't understand how
we're very good friends.
I don't understand how you could do it for your job.
The day that you spread your cheeks and show me your BH is the day we stop conversing on a regular basis.
That's the end of it too.
There's not going to be any. Hey,
I got to do.
Look at my BH. Want to play some ping pong? No, I don't. I've seen too much.
Time for pongy?
No pongy. See, holy. No pongy.
Oh, man.
Teddy, could you continue to talk to me if you saw my butthole?
No.
See?
I don't think so.
That's a normal response. These people are going out on double dates.
No.
That's how?
I don't know.
How are you able to just block that?
Psychosis.
You've done it so many times. It's normalized.
It's not normalized.
It has to be.
Shouldn't be.
It has to be for some people, or else it couldn't be done.
Aaron Rodgers, his biographer, Ian O'Connor, says he thinks he'll be joining the Steelers soon. The holdup, according to people in the know, is that Aaron Rodgers has things he wants to do. You don't want to be around for OTAs and all that other stuff. So he doesn't want a situation like he had last year where people know that he's vacationing in Egypt instead of going to OTAs. So he just is going to stay away until he absolutely, positively has to be there, and then he will sign, and then he will show up.
Aaron Rodgers is so tiring. Are you not so sick and tired of hearing every single daily update, whether Aaron Rodgers is coming to the Pittsburgh Steelers or God knows where else?
There is this thought,
gosh,
and I was reading it again today from Steeler fans saying, they were asked, what's the best case scenario? Aaron Rodgers comes to you, what's the best case scenario? And a lot of them said, well, I think, 11-6 and maybe a second round thing. First of all, what have you seen from Aaron Rodgers to make you think that you can get that out of him? Second of all, do you honestly feel that sort of success? You're gonna join the circus. You're gonna do all of this. You're gonna play rent a quarterback for another year, just for an 11-6 and potentially an appearance in the second round.
Not only has he not put up numbers, he's been hurt. He's coming off of a devastating injury that would affect even a lot of younger football players in what they could be post surgery. You're talking about a 40-year-old. That didn't put up numbers the last time he was
He's
available.
also shown us the butthole of his soul.
Bleached?
We've seen it. And I don't want to see it anymore.
No, it's not.
It's not good looking.
Clean.
How do we transition to foodgasm now? We spent an entire segment talking about pooping your pants and bleaching the anus.
We're just going to do it. We'll talk about some foods that are high in fiber that might help.
Foodgasm is next. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should watch for a disabled vehicle that's blocking the right lane on southbound 270 at Main Street on the East Outer Belt. It's causing slower traffic from East Broad Street. And there's a 5-minute delay on southbound 315 between 670 and Town Street. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. A strong home is built on a strong foundation. Family-owned R&R Foundation Specialist specializes in sinking foundations, concrete slabs, leaning walls and chimneys, waterproofing, drainage, and more. Get a free estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Sometimes I hear a sparkling sound.
Like when we say, all you have to do is point?
There it is.
That's the sound of magic happening.
Magic like we can come the day you call us? Wow.
Call 1-800-GOT-JUNK or visit 1-800-GOT-JUNK.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Over the weekend, you went into your closet trying on shorts from last year. They were all too tight, so you searched deeper in the closet, looking through shorts you stashed away from thinner years. Maybe a big pair had gotten lost in the mix. No luck. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't buy bigger shorts. Instead, do what I did and fit into the ones from last year in just a few weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss. Heck, you'll be wearing your thin shorts again just a few weeks after that. How do I know? Because I'm still wearing my thin Austin shorts again this summer. I've kept my 50 pounds off thanks to Awaken 180's free maintenance support for life. Say it with me. I won't buy bigger shorts. Make that pledge, then call Awaken 180 and make the most out of this summer and every summer after. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or head online at awaken180weightloss.com. You won't regret it.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter. He'll be there quick.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Guys, listen up. How many of you out there have been diagnosed with sleep apnea? Maybe your partner can't tolerate your snoring every night. You can't stand your CPAP machine. I totally get it. But the good news is there are alternatives to the CPAP machine. And Dr. Mark Levy is here to change your sleep and your life. Trust me, your spouse will thank you later. Dr. Mark Levy can customize an oral appliance that opens your airways, helps you breathe better, and of course, stops your snoring. That's the main point. It's quick and comfortable and an alternative to those bulky, loud CPAP machines you always hear about. For over 15 years, Dr. Mark Levy has led the way when it comes to treating snoring and sleep apnea, and now he's expanding his practice to better serve his patients with a brand new location in Marysville. I love Marysville. If you're snoring and not sleeping, you need to call Dr. Mark Levy's office today. Do not delay. Schedule your appointment today with Dr. Mark Levy at 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. That's 1-800-MORE-SLEEP. You can also visit him online at sleepbettercolumbus.com. And now, sleepbettermarysville.com too.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Colin Man here. Get 50% off your windows plus no interest and no payments for 12 months and a free entry door with purchase. Restrictions apply. Give them a call, 614-502-5220. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
T-Bone's an expert at making mornings better. He brought back the bagel sandwiches at McDonald's. He feeds birds out of his mouth. And he hosts a radio show guaranteed to make you smile. Yay, T-Bone. T-Bone and Tybus.
Weekday mornings at 6.
The Fan.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. Going down. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40. Period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
Hey guys, don't waste time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit the TRT experts today at Low T Center for a free consultation and free test. The treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. And you'll get the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. The offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. That's fixmylowt.com.
The Fan Poll is brought to you by Caster Connection. Visit CasterConnection.com to shop online or to work with our Caster Solution Specialists.
There's a greater than 0% chance Common Man gets fired before this show is over. You're listening to Man and Timmy.
This dumb show brought to you by the Hinder Motor Company. Foodgasm coming up in mere moments. Jason's Beef with Jayson Stark, who I'm told has a bad cold. He's going to come on at 5:30, and we've been told to not make him laugh or he'll just start coughing and won't be able to stop. So we're going to make him laugh so that he can cough and won't be able to stop.
I don't know if anything in the last hour of the show could possibly pull that off, though, with everything from taking chicken noodle soup, not being able to scan out at grocery stores, or farting at the chiropractor. Not sure.
I had some good food this weekend.
Mm-mm.
I know you did too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to share it with you. It's time for Foodgasm.
Man and Timmy present Foodgasm.
Sponsored by Metal Supermarkets. Visit metalsupermarkets.com/Columbus for all your metal needs.
You think Metal Supermarkets has any idea what they've gotten involved with? I don't think so. Went to the Culvers this weekend.
Good choice.
Timmy.
Good for you.
I enjoy a good Culver.
Happy.
Usually I stick with my go-to order at the Culvers, and that is a double mushroom and Swiss with pickle and onion.
Okay. All right.
It's delicious.
I love that double bacon Butterburger Deluxe.
Greasy.
Yeah,
and of course
ahead.
I get the curds.
Yeah.
Gotta have the curds.
Mm-hmm.
But I decided, you know what? They have a special Colby Jack pub burger on the menu.
Oh, Colby Jack is such an underrated cheese.
Fresh, never frozen beef is topped with melty Wisconsin Colby Jack cheese, crispy onions, and a zesty A1 pepper mayo on a flavorful everything bun. And let me tell you, it was erotically good.
Oh,
I loved it. The sauce was a touch heavy-handed, but that's okay. Made it extra sloppy. And you know what? I actually wanted to get some more sauce. Dip my cheese curds in it. Some A1 pepper mayo. So my suggestion to you, get yourself the Colby Jack pub burger, get an extra cup of sauce, and you dip those curds in. Because if there's one thing fried cheese needs, it's a mayo-based product to make it even fattier.
It makes it gooier, right? I don't think for the price points that you are getting a more solid burger than Culver's.
And for those of you who think eating inside the restaurant is dead, Culver's was jam-packed.
I think so.
Old people, young people, families, drug dealers, we were all there.
Culver's
Anus bleachers.
BH bleachers, right? I think Culver's is sort of a flex restaurant as well, because you're right. Even the one by me, you go inside, I feel like it's generally packed. There's a lot of people there.
And the people who are working there, good, clean boys.
They are. They're good, clean boys and good, clean girls, and they're smart. They're polite. They bring the orders out in a timely fashion. You got your little blue placard there when you check out at the register. Go and sit down. We'll be right out. Your food will be right out, sir. Your food will be right out, ma'am. Go there, wait for it, and it comes out hot and fresh. I think the fries are good. I like subbing to a cheese curd. If there's 3 of you there, maybe one person or 2 people get the cheese curd. Someone gets the fries, though, because those crinkle fries are pretty good.
We got the fries in the kids' meal because Samantha got a kids' meal. She got an order of fries with that, which means I also get to eat her ice cream because she was a little lippy. She lost her dessert.
Lippy meaning had some lip service.
Right, little lippy to me.
I wonder how that could happen.
So I said, you lost your ice cream, but that's not going to go to waste. I went right back up there with that little kitty coupon, and I took her ice cream, and I ate it right in front of her. This could be you, brat. How they going to learn, Timmy? How they going to learn?
You got to make them pay.
That's right.
You got to make them pay. Dad's going to eat this ice cream.
What's the
right
point
in
of the
front
punishment if it doesn't land?
Yeah.
Because I tell you what, she'll think twice about getting lippy at the Culver's again.
I bet she had a face on her, too, huh?
Oh, pouty face. And every time she pouts, she owes me $1.
Oh, my goodness. Let me ask you this, though. How are we going back to Five Guys when we're able to get what we can get at Culver's?
See, here's the problem,
and basically get the full meal for almost the price of what a burger is at Five Guys right now?
Burger for burger. I'm a big Five Guy fan.
So am I.
I like it.
So am I.
I probably will take it over Culver's if everything was equal. I'll take it over Shake Shack if everything were equal.
But it's about the whole picture, the whole experience.
And I like the fries at Five Guys, too. I like the Cajun spice on the fries. It's very unique. You can't get that anywhere else.
The fries were always awesome at Five Guys. They kind of changed the game with fries.
Well, some people don't like it because they're a little bit too flaccid. I don't mind the flaccid natural cut fry.
Yeah, when they're a boardwalk style cut, a good cut fry like that, it's okay.
But the price is just out of control at Five Guys, and it's something we've talked about in the past. The fine people who are working there, they have no say over what they charge. It's come from corporate. I got that.
Yeah.
But the price that you're paying for just one person you get a burger and a fry
and a
drink.
You're up at $20.
It's $20.
And if you, God forbid, you get a milkshake, you're up at $25. You may as well just cut out and go to Hyde Park at that point. But look, I had a thing this weekend, and we ordered a bunch of pizzas, went and hung out with some of our neighbors, a little birthday party, and we had about 5 boxes of Flyers pizza. Great time, right? So
you love yourself the Flyers.
We all love Flyers. Like those of us that are in the neighborhood there, everybody's fans of Flyers. So it's good stuff. And we had, a couple of boxes of, one of my favorites, just getting the Old World pepperoni with their sausage. I love the sausage cut there, how crumbly it is, how teeny tiny those little bits of sausage are. Some of them fall off into the box, but if there's 5 or 6 pieces of pizza left, you can kind of scoop that excess sausage onto some of those stray slices and gobble them up. That's good. But the thing that would have Dom to bear, hey, Tim, ripping my head off. He'd come in here and say, what is this, an Easter pizza? That's not how you do it. They have a Hawaiian at Flyers that I am telling you, even if you think you don't like it, give it a try. They have a signature barbecue pizza sauce. And then this is topped with freshly grated provolone cheese, diced ham, bacon, which I think is the tipping point, pineapple, and then dusted with a little bit of cinnamon.
See, that you lost me at the cinnamon, homie.
That's the end, huh?
You had me on everything else. I don't want the cinnamon. I don't need this. I love cinnamon too.
Well, you know what?
Just not in that application.
That's the pizza. You could be that guy and say, hold the cinnamon.
I'm not going to do that.
You could just take the recommendation and give it a try.
You know what? I'm going to do it because you told me to.
Just try it one time. And if it's not your thing, then don't. I find it was a refreshing change up. I had probably, 6 or 7 pieces of the pepperoni and sausage. And then I had 2 nice slices of that because it's in a regular crust. It's their thicker crust there, but it's very good. Very tasty.
Thank you, Timmy.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank Teddy.
Thank you. Oh, Brett in the YouTube chat. Speaking of crinkle fries, tried Del Taco today for the first time, and my quesadilla came hot with hot crinkle fries. Surprisingly very good. Del Taco's delicious. Don't sleep on Del Taco. They got a new one up on 23. Traffic hell up there in Lewis Center. Is that Powell or Lewis Center?
I think that's probably closing in on Lewis Center up there.
But anyway, they got one up there. Del Taco. Get yourself a burger. Get yourself a taco, quesadilla, fries, all in one location. Common Man recommends.
Do we still have that one on Main Street? The Del Taco down here closer to downtown? Showing to me is still open.
All right.
That's pretty good. That's close to us.
Let's go tomorrow.
Let's go.
The Pulse is next. Colin Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
Watch out for an accident that's on northbound 270s off ramp to 33 on the west outer belt, causing some delay there. And there's a couple-minute delay on westbound 70 on the east side between Miller Avenue and the 71 East Split. This report is sponsored by rrfoundationspecialist.com. Secure your building's future with R&R Foundation Specialist. From sinking foundations, leaning walls, waterproofing, and more. Now serving Columbus, Ohio. Get a no-obligation estimate at rrfoundationspecialist.com. That's rrfoundationspecialist.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
Hi there, I'm Ryan Reynolds, and like most actors, I have a list of things that I like to have on set. It's called a rider. It's just little things like wind chimes being blown by a easterly breeze, a 7-year-old calico cat to purr on my lap, and of course 2 freshly cracked eggs scrambled with crispy hash brown sausage crumble and creamy chipotle sauce from Tim Hortons. It smells amazing. Now where did I put that hand-carved wooden spoon? From my rider to Tim's menu, try my new scrambled eggs loaded breakfast box.
Limited time at participating U.S. restaurants.
Summer 2025 is bringing something wild to your Columbus Zoo. The all-new North America Trek opens this summer, a reimagined zoo region inspired by your national parks. Get ready to get up close with Mexican wolves, black bears, river otters, bald eagles, and more in breathtaking new habitats. Discover local wildlife and conservation in action like never before. Plan your visit today. Visit columbuszoo.org for details.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But, Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
That's are us. When dreams sunk in, that's are us.
It's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place. Leslie, what's that hot lamp against your window for?
Pella windows are tested up to 160 degrees, Wilson, to ensure efficiency and the lowest energy bills possible, even in the craziest of temperatures. Put your hand on there.
All right. God, that's hot.
On the window, Wilson.
Oh, hey, that is quite nice and cool. So I'm going to go grab some ice now.
Get the window that Columbus homeowners rated #1 for innovation at PellaColumbus.com.
Hiring today for tomorrow with WM. A stable career and a safe environment. That's what you get as a heavy-duty mechanic at WM. Plus great benefits like 100% tuition coverage for you and your family. WM is now hiring heavy-duty mechanics in Columbus. Get boot and tool allowance and additional pay with a Cummins certification or CDL license. There are openings for CDL truck drivers too with home daily routes. Apply online at careers.wm.com. That's careers.wm.com. A people-first, military-friendly, equal opportunity employer.
Stanley spent his life in the saddle, wrangling whatever life threw at him. But nothing prepared him for the fight against low T and ED. Shane practically hunched him over. Bonbon pills just gave him a headache. He begged for a lifeline.
Well, maybe it's over.
Columbus Men's Clinic said no. Medical conditions, old age, there's hope. This is about real treatments. Science, not one-size-fits-all guesswork. Columbus Men's Clinic was designed for men who hate going to the doctor. Personalized plans, cutting-edge treatments, overseen by an actual medical provider that takes the time to listen. With low T and ED treatments others only dream about, we fight like hell to get you back in the saddle. Because every second you wait, your condition could worsen. Act now. Don't let time slip away. Dial 614-300-7400 or go to columbusmensclinic.com. Your consultation is only $99, including blood work. And you'll know your T level before you leave. Columbus Men's Clinic, making it happen.
Huntington is banking that just clicks. Like asterisk-free checking. An account that's filled with features, but no monthly maintenance fee, no matter what. Because it's your money, right? So we think you should keep it. It's just one more way we're looking out for people every day. Is your bank looking out for you? Maybe it's time to switch. Visit your neighborhood Huntington branch or make the switch at huntington.com/yourmoney.
If you've ever sprained a thumb because you can't get this dumb garage door to open, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good afternoon. I'm Jacob Reimer. The Cleveland Browns have signed quarterback Shedeur Sanders to a 4-year, $4.6 million contract. The Browns used the 144th pick in the draft to select Sanders and now have him inked to a rookie deal. Both the Reds and Guardians are in action tonight after they met over the weekend in the Battle of the Ohio Cup. The Reds look to keep their momentum going off their sweep of the Guardians tonight in Pittsburgh. Left-hander Nick Lodolo is on the mound for the Redlegs. They get going tonight at 6:40. The Guardians are in Minnesota beginning a 3-game series with the Twins. Logan Allen will get the ball for Cleveland. First pitch tonight is at 7:40. The reigning Super Bowl champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, have agreed to an extension with head coach Nick Sirianni. The terms of the extension have not yet been disclosed. No NBA or Stanley Cup playoffs tonight as they get ready for the conference finals beginning tomorrow night. This one's sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
One has pizza sauce for blood. The other is Rachel Maddow. You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Oh, yeah. You like it?
Oh, my God. People are going to need to check out the YouTube if you're not watching that way now later on. But for the folks that are in YouTube, my goodness, Mike has got a jacket. He's got a new leather jacket.
I need to up my leather game.
So do I.
All right.
We're going to do a leather jacket time Wednesday with Nicole Sheeran.
Nicole Sheeran has like 8 leather jackets and a leather dress. She loves leather.
Yeah, she's our gal from 10 TV. You guys know her, sports anchor reporter over there.
And I'm hosting a show now with you, Timmy, and you take dressing like a douche to a whole new level.
I learned from the best. What do you want to say?
But
who do you think made me? Why are you going to shame me? You made me this way.
But I saw this. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to show you.
Oh my God!
The back of it. All right. Looky here. Look at that. See? That's Brett the Hitman Heart Foundation jacket.
Did you get a good look at that, Teddy?
That's what that is.
Oh, yeah, I've seen it.
You seen it?
I seen it.
You like it, Teddy?
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I'm still waiting for your letter jacket, Teddy.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it too. I know.
Oh, I got to buy that now?
No.
What does that mean?
No, I'm waiting to, I have to find the perfect one.
Oh, that sounds like that could take a while when you talk like that.
Yeah, it may be a while.
Now, this one's a little snug on me. I don't think I can really zip it up.
Yeah, how do you determine whether you're going to get obviously a website's going to have some information about the chest size,
They
right?
lie.
You going off of that?
They lie.
And it's just wrong?
Because this said this chest was good enough for a 45 chest.
45.
And I'm a 44.
Whoa.
I got some strong pecs, baby.
It's really
certainly
kind of
not
hard to tell under that jacket.
Certainly
though.
not man breasts.
No,
It's
that's just
strong.
big, strong chest muscles.
Hulk Hogan under here.
You're benching 225 at least.
I'm sweating. I got to give you a little hint though. It's not real leather.
Oh, that's that
plastic.
That's faux leather. Or there's this thing called PU, I believe. They call it
it's PU.
They call it premium leather, but it's not leather at all.
I got to get the wraparound sunglasses like he used to wear too. To complete the look.
By the way, where are you with Oakleys? Would you ever get a pair of Oakleys again?
Not really my style.
Have you
but-
ever seen anyone wearing Oakleys in the last 10 years?
Yes,
Is that
there are
even
people
still
who
a thing?
wear Oakleys.
I honestly, I didn't know if that was a thing.
Hey, Teddy's got Oakleys.
Yeah, my glasses are Oakleys, yes.
Your shades are Oakleys?
Yeah.
Okay, what style are they? Are they fairly regular style of shade, or are they? I don't feel like they're the fancy ones.
No, they're not those like the normal Oakley ones you think of.
They're from
more,
the Bosworth collection, the Brian Bosworth collection.
Well, no,
those would
they're
be
not
pretty
those.
flashy if those were from the Boz
it's
collection.
That's not those. No.
Like, what do you have the finish on some of those Oakleys, or it's just like a straight up like orange, like mirrored effect.
These are just.
I had a pair of
they're
those. when I was
black
in
and there's
college.
the smoke. Yeah, so it's
smoke.
Yeah, or like a darker lens on it.
Yeah, the full wraparound shades. That's what you need to complete that look. Still a good pair of sunglasses, though.
I'm sweating.
I know you got a fine collection.
Sweating.
Yeah.
All right, pulse time.
What have these morons been talking about for the past 2 hours? It's time for the pulse.
All right, Mike and Teddy, Scotty Scheffler is your PGA champion.
Hi, guy.
I was on pins and needles this weekend. Not so much on Sunday. Obviously, things got dicey in the middle of the round.
They
there,
got really
where
dicey. I thought he was
Jon
gonna blow
Rahm
it.
and Scotty Scheffler.
You started
were
dismissing
even.
that like, oh, I never thought he was going to lose. He had a big lead. It was tied at some point with Jon Rahm.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't at any point think that Scheffler was going to crap his pants?
I didn't. That's me, though. I felt it. I thought that this was Scotty Scheffler's tournament to lose. He had the lead at the beginning, and I know that the rest of the field, they're going to have their struggles as well, and pressure is going to affect them at the same time. Scotty dealt with his adversity. He had the lead. He lost it. I felt that there was a second life, and that other golfers out there were also going to struggle. How about Alex Noren, who was in the final group with him? My goodness, like just to watch the way that he was playing the 18th hole as Scotty was smoothly just walking up there to take his victory. Nice little 5-shot lead. But now all the comparisons are going on. And you know what? I wrote a tweet yesterday because Scotty, to me, and what he's doing in the game of golf is the closest thing that we've seen to Tiger Woods. But the separation, make no mistake, there is a big separation between the two. But for him to have 15 PGA Tour wins and 3 major championships, 2 Masters, 1 PGA, so he's still only halfway to the career slam, which I would say, give him 3 years, I think he's going to get it. But
yeah, but
he's one of 3
you
guys.
brought this up earlier,
he's
though,
one of
Timmy.
3 guys at 28 years old to have 15 PGA Tour wins and 3 major champions.
We
That's
have
impressive.
seen guys that start out hot. Rory was that guy, right?
Winning a lot of majors early, and then a big gap before he won the
Spieth.
Masters. Yep.
Jordan Spieth was that guy.
Absolutely.
Where you thought he was going to be on the scene for 20 years. And now, not.
Every time we play a PGA Championship, Jordan Spieth is still a victory away from owning a career slam. But I think everyone would agree Scotty Scheffler's got a better chance to do that sooner than even Jordan Spieth does. And he's got to win an Open Championship, and he's got to win a U.S. Open. Next one up is going to be the U.S. Open at a world-famous course, Oakmont. Did you like the golf course? Because Quail Hollow...
It was fine.
Yeah, it didn't wow you.
It was fine. Looked
Just
nice.
okay.
Looked like some nice homes on there.
But you want the golf course to really capture you. Which is why you like the Open Championship, because the
little bit more
scenery,
character.
Yeah, the character, the beauty of having a course that's by the sea when you come to some of the Open Championship courses, or if you're playing a U.S. Open at Pebble Beach or Torrey Pines on the coast of California, it's tough to compete. That's kind of where I am with Quail Hollow. I wouldn't mind if I saw it take a little bit of a backseat to getting all of these major championships the way it is. I like the course for being a mainstay PGA Tour course, but we could see some others. I made my thing about hopefully Muirfield Village Golf Club.
I'm telling you, man.
We'll get that.
Someday it will.
I think
but
it will.
It won't be while Jack is still kicking.
You could be right. It could happen sometime soon because of where it is in the schedule. Just a couple weeks out away from the PGA Championship. How about the Reds and what they did this weekend in the Ohio Cup?
Teddy.
5-4, 4-1, and then 3-1.
Will Benson.
Will Benson.
Player of the week.
First 2 home run game leads the Reds to that 3-1 win and a 3-game sweep of the Guardians. You got to be feeling pretty good, right, Ted?
Absolutely, yeah. And I saw he was the player of the week for the National League. I mean, it's incredible because he was just in the minor leagues a couple weeks ago.
And we've got Hunter Green news. Do you see this?
Is he getting close?
Hunter Green is going to return Friday. So he's going to be back. There was an expectation that this was not going to be a long-term thing. I think the day we talked about Hunter Green going on the injured list, we had eyeballed that home series against the Chicago Cubs at the end of May. They play the Cubs again at the end of May on the road at Wrigley on the 30th, 31st, and June 1st. But starting this Friday, so the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, they got 3 at home against the Cubs. And you'll see Hunter Green, hopefully, on the hill on Friday. One more. We've got some recruiting news for the Ohio State Buckeyes this weekend. This would be nice. A Georgia prospect by the name of Xavier Griffin. He decommitted from USC. He is a 5-star linebacker in the 2026 recruiting class, so this is not really a transfer portal type of situation. They might call it transfer portal, but it's also more like Julian saying where you're at Alabama, you don't even really get off the ground there. You're looking for other options, but he is going to set an official visit to Ohio State, Alabama, Florida, and Texas immediately following his decommitment. Some people on the scene, Mike, think that Alabama has a little bit of an edge.
Doesn't have an edge.
Heading into the offseason. But let's get James Laurinaitis on the case.
Next Friday is the day that he's going to be on campus. And, I asked Laurinaitis how big of a bag he needs. And so we'll make it. I'll be out of the country, but still, my bag goes international.
Oh, you got a big bag for this too.
Well, I mean, I gather it.
Okay.
I don't put my own money in the bag.
Big Sacky.
Oh,
I don't know.
Can't talk about Sacky. Sacky belongs to Bone.
The bag.
Shaft. Big.
Oh, we can't even make reference. I thought that was just sound bites.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't reference?
No, that's true.
Got to be able to reference.
You're right.
Oh, man.
I want to talk about one of the most annoying people in the world, and Teddy's going to get very upset with me. That's next. Colin Mann and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's blocking the right lane on northbound 270 at 33 on the West Outer Belt. It's causing stop-and-go traffic from Tuttle Crossing Boulevard. And there's also a 10-minute delay on westbound 670 between 71 and I-70. This report is sponsored by Ohio Basement Authority. Is water damaging your home? Contact Ohio Basement Authority, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at ohiobasementauthority.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Enjoy rates lower than the national average, plus special rates on balance transfers with a Visa Platinum or Visa with Rewards credit card from BMI Federal Credit Union. Apply today at bmifcu.org/visa.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
There's a new way to surround yourself with savings at Giant Eagle and Market District. Shop Giant Eagle's uncompromising quality at a reliable price with everyday savings. Look for signs throughout the store to find bargains on produce, meat, and more. At Giant Eagle, we combine exceptional customer service and quality foods, all at great value to make the most of your shopping trip. Visit Giant Eagle or Market District today to see how easy it is to save.
Common Man here. I've told you about my friends at Sell for 1% Realtors. I am back to remind you that if you're thinking about selling your home, it should not cost you 6% to do it. Their premise is almost too good to be true. They sell your home for 1% commission, not 6%. That's it. I had to check it out for myself, see if it was legit. I met with the family-run business here in Central Ohio. They will give you everything you expect from any realtor for a whole lot less. This is full service, not discount. They literally do everything that a realtor who charges you 6% is going to do, and probably more. They can do it because they use today's technology, which has made the realtor's job easier, taking photos, signing documents on your phone. And instead of keeping their prices the same like everybody else does, they pass the savings on to you because they know you're going to be happy with the service. Tell a friend, they get more business. Oh, what a novel concept. If I knew about these guys 10 years ago, I would have saved a boatload of money. On average, customers save about 10 grand in commissions. If you're selling, give my guys a call. 614-451-6616. Sellfor1%.com.
Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
At Metal Supermarkets, we're all about getting you and your crew to quit in time sooner. That's why our service is a cut above. You see, no matter the project, we'll get you to the right metal, shape, and grade. Cut to any size, ready real fast. And yeah, we'll deliver, leaving plenty of time for the important things, like opening an ice-cold can of aluminum. Metal Supermarkets, the convenience store for metal.
If you miss a little, you'll miss a lot. Search for your favorite fan shows wherever you get your podcasts and subscribe. Every episode comes right to your phone absolutely free. Modern technology, it's a hell of a thing. Do it now. The Fan.
Proper tree care is an investment that can lead to substantial returns and increased personal enjoyment. Hiring a certified arborist can help care for your trees and add considerable value to your property. Inspections by Ohio ISA certified arborists can often find and mitigate tree defects before they fail. Only professionals with specialized knowledge and training are properly equipped to provide appropriate care. To find an arborist, visit trees4ohio.org. That's trees4ohio.org.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
With Amazon Business, smart business buying tools enable buyers to find and purchase items fast. Free up your teams and focus on your future. Learn more at AmazonBusiness.com.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
A little sunshine, light winds, and a comfortable start to the week. Temperatures around 70 degrees, down to around 50 by Tuesday morning with light winds and mostly cloudy skies. Scattered showers mainly later in the day and a chance of some thunderstorms too, with highs in the mid-60s. With your 10 weather impact forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Jerry Martz on The Fan.
The ESPN Bet Sportsbook at Hollywood Casino Columbus is the official sportsbook of Common Man and Timmy. Weekdays at 3. The Fan.
If the authorities looked at their Instagram accounts, they'd be arrested immediately.
Daddy, what are you doing?
You're listening to Common Man and Timmy.
Timmy has brought in some snacks.
Snack time.
What are we having today, Timmy?
Got to get to the end of the show, man. You need to replenish, right? And hopefully this is something that's not going to be too hard on the gut for me. Give me lots more gas that I don't know what to do with.
What's the matter with you?
We got a Members Mark. That's the Sam's Club brand right there. So you know it's good. Take that, Costco people. We've got a peanut butter crunch trail mix. Oh, this thing looks delicious.
I'll tell you what I brew up here.
Yeah, what do you like about it so far?
They got tiny little peanut butter cups in here.
That's delicious.
I wish there were more of them.
Yeah? Maybe it's just how the pour happened. Maybe I just had a bad pour for you.
Well, I thought we were talking about economic status for a second.
No. This is not a poor man's snack right here. This is the good stuff.
What I do appreciate is that they have the officially branded M&Ms in here. And not an M&M knockoff.
Yeah, they do. They've got the trademark right there. So we've got peanuts, M&M's milk chocolate candies.
What are these round things? What are we calling these?
That's a peanut butter milk chocolate pretzel ball is what that is. The pretzel stick, the peanut butter cups, the mini peanut butter cups for a scrumptious snack. Oh, it is delicious.
Fish is handing me the plug sheet for tomorrow. Tomorrow morning on T-Bone and Tyvis, 6:45, a little segment called Morning Wood. Wood is spelled W-O-U-L-D.
See what they did there, those guys?
But I see what they did.
Oh, boy.
Bishop and Friends tomorrow, 10:30. Tuesdays with Dom Taberry. If you're watching on YouTube, Dom Taberry also here in the studio with us right now.
Hey, Dom.
And then on this show tomorrow, it's Inside the Buckeyes. Timmy gives us an inside look. He's an expert, you know.
All things Buckeyes.
That's right. What did I tease? Oh, annoying people. Teddy, I'm sorry I have to do this to you. I already made fun of Nicolas Cage last week. You were very upset with that.
My guy.
And that's fine, but I just don't want to see Nicolas Cage as John Madden.
More photos. Like him, did you see the photo dump that came out today of him?
It's great. Looks great.
Huge in the midsection, isn't he?
Yeah. He's
got
rounded.
That. I love that pant style. It's got
He's
just
a fine actor
that rolls over.
He's dedicated to his craft. I'm not going to doubt him there. But every single time I see him, I'm not going to see John Madden. I'm going to see Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
There are certain people you can't unsee. For a biopic like that, I want an unknown actor, someone I don't know about, to play John Madden. Then I can get lost in the role.
Teddy and I will watch it for you, let you know how it goes. I can't wait to see what he does with it.
Tom Cruise is doing the last Mission Impossible movie.
Allegedly.
What do you mean allegedly? He says it's the last one.
He says it now.
Yeah, they say it now. Well, we'll see like in 5 years.
He's 62 years young. I think he's one of the creepiest Fs in the world. It prevents me from watching his movies because I just think about how creepy he is. He said in an interview that he wants to keep doing action movies well into his 100s. I hate crap like that. It's like me saying, I plan to just keep sprinting up the stairs when I'm 95 years old. Yeah, we all plan on things. I'm sure he plans on being physically fit at 102 and being able to dangle from a helicopter because he can do it now. The reality is you're not going to be able to do those things because you'll be on your little spacecraft probably with the rest of the loony bins.
It's always fascinated me how some people just can't see the bigger picture that way. Like no one's forcing you out of your work, right? It's merely just people like us, I think, wonder when you've accomplished so much, when you've reached such heights. I mean, you're doing all your own stunts. You're making tens of millions of dollars every time you put out one of these films. At some point, you almost want to see somebody draw back a little bit. Maybe when we talk about football coaches, there's almost like a desire, I think, that you and I have to see some guys hang them up, retire, because you've had an illustrious career. You don't want to wait and see things go bad and then almost be pushed out. You want to maybe go out on your own terms.
He's going to be
if you're able to do it.
He's going to be dodging bullets.
And it's, the
Eastwood's
type of
still kicking.
Yeah, but that's
not that type of kicking.
That's a good point. Clint Eastwood, he just grumbles and walks slowly in his movies now. He directs and he just, get off my lawn. Scowling at people.
Still effective.
He's effective. He's the type of role that he plays, too. He's always
Often
just a racist old man. There. Yeah, that's the role he plays. Throw on Gran Torino if you haven't seen that one. Tell me about the character that he plays. It's a great movie. The Mule as well, where he's running bricks of coke for the cartel.
In his ace?
No, just in a truck. He's lucky. Just gets to put it in the back of a truck.
One team has reached a new level of embarrassment. So over the weekend, the Pirates lost 1-0 to, I think, the Phillies. Yes, because it was rivalry weekend, that big rivalry.
Huge.
Between the Phillies and the Pirates. So the Pirates lost 1-0. Paul Skeens pitched a complete game. And by complete game, I mean he pitched 8 innings, and they were losing 1-0 on the road. So, of course, the home team doesn't come out and bat in the ninth.
Right.
And the Pirates' official Twitter account comes out after the fact and says, congratulates him, shows the pitching line and says, look at that, complete game.
Yeah, 3
Paul
hits,
Skeens.
1 run, 1 earned run, 9 strikeouts.
Look, I understand that the people running these Twitter accounts, they have a job to do. And their job is to prop up the team and be cheerleaders when nobody wants to be cheerleaders. And they're probably not making that much cash. They have people to answer to. I get it. But I blame the bosses. And this is my problem sometimes with Blue Jacket social media, is that they try too hard. There has to be some lines. Early in the season, they sit down and say, okay, we're not going to insult the intelligence of our audience here. If things are not going well, we're not going to pretend like they are.
Yeah.
We're also not going to celebrate 8-inning complete games.
We're not going to celebrate losses, right? We're not going to try to find any silver linings when we didn't win the baseball game. Like all you do is you tweet out the score, right? That's what happens. Like if you want to highlight things that are happening in the middle of the game,
that's different.
That's different, right? If Paul Skeens just had, one of his nasty, sliders that drops off the table, you want to highlight that.
And he was great.
6 strikeouts.
It was 8 innings. It was 1-run ball.
He had 9 strikeouts. So there is a lot to highlight with him as you're going along. But maybe when the game is over, tough fight. Phillies won,
Lost
Pirates
1-0.
0.
See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Took the L. Back at it tomorrow. Starting up a new set.
Aren't you offended I'm offended when teams insult the intelligence of the fan base.
Yeah, it is.
And if you read the comments, nobody's buying it.
No, nobody likes it either.
Yeah, let's get them. Good job, Paul. Can't wait till you get fed up with our dumb organization and leave.
Honestly, it's been tough, following Buckeye men's basketball as heavily as I've done, through the job and just because of my personal interest for it. It's oftentimes tough to see the reaction on their Twitter account, but I don't think that they are even trying to sugarcoat things for the most part, especially after disappointing losses. They're not trying to make things better than they are. It's just different because you're just talking about a fan base that is getting a little antsy because they want to see some momentum. Hopefully that's going to come this year after an off season.
Because it seems like every single off season I see Buckeyes getting votes for off season top 25.
Yeah.
Right? Every single year. Doesn't matter who is on the team. There's this thought.
It just leaves you wondering.
That Ohio State will take the next step and they'll do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
And more often than not, we don't pay off on any of that.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at this year's roster, what's the ceiling to you?
I can't go anything above winning one tournament game at this point in time.
All right, so you think
a round of
this
32
is a team that can make the tournament?
Type of team. I think the expectation, I think the bar even. I'm not putting the floor that far away from the ceiling, if that makes sense, because I think it's years that you've got to make up for. And maybe that could be viewed as unfair to Jake Diebler and the rest of his staff, but that's what you signed up for, right? Because what had happened at the end of the Chris Holtmann era, you're sort of roped into it. You're lumped into it because fans are looking at this not just as what Jake Diebler is going to do, but it's been too long. It's been a long time. So you have less time to get this thing off the ground, to get this thing going. And you had a team in year one that was right there in position. So I guess if you put it that way, maybe those preseason projections going into last year that had them as a fringe top 25 team, they were actually ranked in the top 25 after they beat Texas after the start of the season.
Yeah.
But they dropped out. They weren't able to seal the deal. They didn't have Michie Johnson playing with them at all, and their 5-star transfers did not pan out that way. Who they brought in this time around, I think it is similar. I just have belief that these guys will actually stay on the team and contribute a little bit more. So make the tournament, maybe win a game.
Jason's beef with our guy, Jayson Stark. He's apparently very sick. We're not supposed to make him laugh, so we'll make him laugh. Coming up in 2 minutes. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan Traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
We've got some slower traffic on southbound 270 on the East Outer Belt between Hamilton Road and East Broad Street. And you're looking at a 10-minute delay on eastbound 70 on the east side between Livingston Avenue and 270. This report is sponsored by Ohio Laborers and Ohio Lessig. Ohio Laborers would like to congratulate Member of the Week Chanel McHale. Laborers Local 894 Akron. Chanel is a 3-year member working with South Point Energy. Build Ohio right, build it Union. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, you're the Carfax guy.
The Carfox from Carfax.
Wow.
And you, sir, work at Tire Discounters.
I sure do.
The Carfax top-rated service center.
Oh, right. You know, a lot of that's because of our services. But people think we're just about tires.
Maybe it's your name.
Yeah?
Tire Discounters. And your jingle.
Oh, you like it?
I think it needs something.
Yeah? Like what?
Hit it. Plus brakes, oil changes, shocks, and struts, and more. Now that speaks to me.
For over 78 years, our family's been part of your love stories. At Diamond Seller, we offer bigger diamonds, better prices, and timeless designs for every chapter of your life. From your first yes to your forever I do, trust the jeweler who knows diamonds best. Visit Diamond Seller today.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Check out this fresh deal on General Mills Giant Size Cereal. Select 20 to 29-ounce varieties or 3 for only $10 when you buy 3 with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
The Roofing Guys are your locally owned, trusted family business right here in Central Ohio. They've been hammering quality and service through the roof for over 25 years, offering professional services in roofing, siding, gutters, and more. Contact them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
Common Man and Timmy is sponsored by Hinderer Motorsports. Listen every weekday from 3 to 6. They're good, clean boys. The Fan.
He's a man who's in every Hall of Fame in the known universe. He's a man who travels thousands of miles to see celestial bodies. He's a man who enjoys a good tomato pie. And he's a man who regrets a few life choices every Monday at 5:30. It's Jason's Beef with Jayson Stark.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
He is the Hall of Famer. He joins us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems Fan Guest Hotline. Hello, my friend.
Hello, Mike.
I'm told you're under the weather today, and we're not supposed to make you laugh.
Yeah, I'm battling a cold. So you know that expression, it only hurts when I laugh?
Mm-hmm.
It makes me cough when I laugh. You were just there a couple weeks ago, right? You know.
I had the pneumonia.
Yeah.
I gave it
so
to you.
I could cough at any moment. I'm just warning you.
Well, I you ever see one of those Freddy movies where his tongue comes right through the phone receiver? That was like our conversation. I gave you the pneumonia.
You just did it. Don't.
Okay,
No,
you did?
no,
sorry.
Jason. No,
Excuse
no
me?
laughing.
Yeah, that was good. That was good radio.
Hey, Reds sweep out the Guardians this weekend. They lost 2 or 3 to the White Sox previously. They're playing the Pirates now. When you look at this Reds team, do you look at them and say, if only they can get just a little bit of consistent offense, then I think they could do something? Or do you look at them and say, they had a nice weekend, but I read nothing into it?
They confuse me, the Reds. I think they need consistent bullpen also, but when you look at the players that they run out on the field, I just don't understand. I don't understand the lack of consistent offense. It's really hard to hit right now, so I guess that's true of so many teams in this sport, but it just seems like there's more upside there. There's so much more offensive upside that they just haven't figured out. And, I mean, if they've got the right manager, you've got pitchers stepping forward. It's a real opportunity in that division.
Jason, we, of course, had many, many more rivalry series this past weekend, the Subway Series. A lot being made about Juan Soto's weekend in New York. He had one hit. He hit 100 in these 3 games here. He's hitting 246 on the season, but I wanted to ask you about the booing. There's a lot about booing etiquette. Some Yankee fans are even standing up for not booing Juan Soto because he only played for the team for 1 year, and everybody kind of knew that he was sort of a rental player until he was going to hit free agency. How do you see that?
You know, Tim, I don't understand the point of booing in most cases. I understood the point of booing Juan Soto in Yankee Stadium, though. Regardless of the fact that he was only there for a year, I don't really think we've lived in a world where the Yankees had one of the biggest stars in baseball and wanted to keep that player, and he said, no thanks, I'll stay in New York, I'm just not going to play for you. Tell me that has happened before. And if not, then don't we understand every bit of that reaction?
I like booing in most cases. When a great player is not on your team, I don't even think there has to be other parts of the picture
There was like an ugly situation apparently this weekend with, Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, where apparently racist things were being yelled at the game. That's ridiculous. Everybody can agree on that. But, booing to me, in most situations, it's fun. It's fun to have someone to root for, just like it's fun to have someone to root against. And isn't this all supposed to be fun, Jason?
Of course. You're trying to convince me that baseball's fun, that sports is fun? You got the wrong guy. I made my whole career based on that premise. But maybe I'm scarred a little bit by having spent most of my life in Philadelphia, a town where they think it's cool to boo their own. I mean, it's softening quite a bit now as they win Super Bowls and things are going better. But I really don't understand what people think they're accomplishing by booing their own players. Booing the other guy, booing guys on other teams, yeah, of course, it's just part of it. But I feel like a lot of this gets over the top, and I'm not a fan of over-the-topitude. Is that a word?
Over-the-topitude, yes. Jason's beef with our guy Jayson Stark here on The Fan. I saw that Yasiel Puig was released by his Korean team. He's 34. I feel like we've been talking about him for the last 30 years. He's one of those guys that I thought was headed for superstardom, and then he crashed and burned pretty quick. Can you think of a guy who touched that level and then fell as quickly as he did?
Wow, touch that level, huh? The guy I thought about was Josh Hamilton. Did he have too many good moments to qualify for this?
He might have been too good for a bit too long.
He was too good, yeah.
Okay. I mean, he was really the one guy that kind of came to mind just because number one pick in the draft, crashed and burned. Made it all the way back, had the feel-good story, and then crashed and burned again. I mean, it's a very sad turn of events.
Can I throw one at you?
Of course.
And again, he may have been too successful early in his career, but I think maybe we're seeing it in Colorado with Chris Bryant, aren't we?
Chris Bryant didn't have as long a run as Josh Hamilton. I think they're very similar, minus the post-draft issues. But I mean, what we're seeing with Chris Bryant now is just unwatchable. It's just hard to believe we're talking about the same player that got to Chicago, had the whole Brizzo Corp thing, caught the last out of the World Series. I mean, I felt like Chris Bryant had more moments in his own way than Josh Hamilton did, but they're similar. So if you accept the premise that they're similar, you should accept my Josh Hamilton nomination.
All right, I accept it. I'm sorry for
Jeff
doubting
Francoeur could be one of names that I'm thinking about, but
yeah, another guy had a long carear, right?
Yeah, he did.
I think this depends on how we frame the question and how we define flame at. I was thinking about a guy like Mark Appel was number 1 pick in the draft and turned out to be a player who had zero competitive fire. Great guy. I loved talking to him. It's heartwarming that he eventually did make it to the big leagues for a cup of coffee, but just had zero competitive fire. He got traded from the Astros to the Phillies. I think that was in the big Ken Giles deal. And one of the Astros people told me he's so excited to go to Philadelphia so he can go hang out in the library at Penn. And that's not an indictment of Mark Appel, the human being, but it tells you how quickly he decided baseball just wasn't that important. And I do think that happens to some of these players because you can't be great unless you truly aspire to be great.
Jason's beef with Jayson Stark. So I'm actually going to be in Mike's hometown later this summer in Chicago. And when I'm there, the plan is to take my son Jack to his first game at Wrigley. Now here's the two series that intersect our trip. Sunday the 3rd, the Orioles, who suck, my favorite team, are in town, fired manager. Then it rolls into a Monday startup series with the Reds, and he is a big Ellie De La Cruz fan. It's a day game against the O's, Monday night game against the Reds. Which one should we opt for?
You've got to go day game. Day game at Wrigley is just a slice of American life that is not to be missed.
So day game against the O's, and we're seeing Dad's team.
Although I get the appeal of going to see Ellie De La Cruz at Wrigley. I do, but there is honestly nothing like life at Wrigley Field in the afternoon.
Here's what I tell people about Wrigley Field. And you know what's coming from me because I'm just a bitter, jaded White Sox fan.
You're going to make me laugh again.
No, it's kind of like going to New Orleans. You'll see some good stuff. You're also going to smell lots of piss. That's just the way it goes. You know, you're going to see people peeing. You're going to see people asking you what the score is and eating the IV. That's what you're going to see.
That's really not quite how I remember it.
That is how I.
It's all part of the experience, Russ.
It's not the most comfortable place on earth. When you try to move around, it can get a little crowded. If you want to go sit in the upper deck, there's a lot of walking and climbing involved. But people are having a different kind of fun at Wrigley Field in the afternoon when the sun is shining than just about anywhere else I've ever been in baseball. And I know you don't enjoy this, Mike, because you're all.
I don't enjoy smiles and fun. No,
you don't, and you're trapped in White Sox
hell.
Hell's a good word. I'm trying to think of the right word. But when the Cubs win and those people sing "Go Cubs Go" at the top of their lungs, that's a moment. I am sorry. Even if you don't believe it, it is something to experience. And your son, Timmy, should experience that.
I prefer my day games where fat people sneak in guns and then shoot themselves. That's what happens at my ballpark.
No.
Hey,
no, we're not doing that.
Pope.
That's it.
Pope. Why'd you do this?
I'm just saying, Pope, White Sox fan.
Yeah.
I got nothing else to say.
I think the whole Pope loves Juan Uribe plot line has been greatly exaggerated.
Everybody loves Juan Uribe. Everybody.
The Pope doesn't care about Juan Uribe.
The Pope Jason, if you go back and you watch him, Game 1, 2005, when he's on camera, you can tell under that jacket he's got a jersey on. It doesn't boggle your mind who the Pope chose to wear on his back?
I'm happy for you, Mike.
What do you think? It was Scott Ruffcorn? No, it was Juan Uribe.
You and the Pope share a reverence for Juan Uribe. It's so special.
I just love the line, the Pope doesn't care about Juan Uribe.
Jason, feel better.
He cares about everybody.
We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, guys.
Jason's beef with our guy Jayson Stark on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Back page coming up. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You're going to hit a 10-minute delay due to an accident that's on the right shoulder of northbound 270 on the north outer belt at 33. It's causing slower traffic from Cemetery Road. We also have slow traffic on eastbound 670 from Cleveland Avenue to 5th Avenue. This report is sponsored by Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell, Divorce and Family Law. Call 866-323-7529. That's 866-323-7529. Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on. CordellCordell.com. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could dump all your problems on someone else's back? Well, when you wake up to a clogged drain or a plumbing issue, make that Mr. Rooter's problem.
Call 855-MISTERS today or MrRooter.com.
Call Mr. Rooter, he'll be there quick.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and tell me if this sounds familiar. Over the weekend, you went into your closet trying on shorts from last year. They were all too tight, so you searched deeper in the closet, looking through shorts you stashed away from thinner years. Maybe a big pair had gotten lost in the mix. No luck. Well, I'm here to tell you, don't buy bigger shorts. Instead, do what I did and fit into the ones from last year in just a few weeks with Awaken 180 weight loss. Heck, you'll be wearing your thin shorts again just a few weeks after that. How do I know? Because I'm still wearing my thin Austin shorts again this summer. I've kept my 50 pounds off thanks to Awaken 180's free maintenance support for life. Say it with me. I won't buy bigger shorts. Make that pledge, then call Awaken 180 and make the most out of this summer and every summer after. Awaken 180, your long-term solution for weight loss. Call 844-346-1800 or head online at awaken180weightloss.com. You won't regret it.
Thinking about buying your first home? Now, with Third Federal, you can buy your first home and pay no PMI. Hi, I'm Mark Stefanski, Chairman and CEO of Third Federal. Private mortgage insurance, or PMI, can cost thousands of dollars over the life of your loan. And you may not realize PMI doesn't protect you. It only protects the lender in case of default. But at Third Federal, you can buy a home with just 5% down and no PMI. Plus, first-time home buyers get $750 off a closing cost. So if you're thinking about buying your first home, go for it and visit thirdfederal.com.
Even before you find a home, lock in 6.625%, APR 6.685% on a 30-year fixed-rate purchase mortgage. Visit thirdfederal.com or call 1-800-3rd-FED today. APR reflects 15% down for $350,000 loan amount. Rate requires automatic payment program and is subject to change. Restrictions apply. See conditions for closing cost coupon at thirdfederal.com/FTHB. Equal housing lender.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone, and I'm going to let you know that right now, Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings is offering their best discount of the year on all their awesome sheds, pavilions, cabins, and garages from Weaver Barnes. These specials are only good through May, which makes right now the best time to order. Check out Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings' beautiful sales lot in Dublin, where you can see their displays and learn about all the options. There's never been a better time to get that project in motion and save some cash in the process. See all the details at AmishCountryFurnishings.com. Once again, that's AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Looking to sell your home? Don't pay 6% commission. Call my guys at Sell for 1% Realtors. They're full service, not a do-it-yourself kind of thing. On average, customers save over $10,000. Give them a call, 614-451-6616. That's 451-6616.
The Buckeyes are national champions. And you listen to it all right here on The Fan. And next year when they do it again, it'll be here on The Fan. And the year after that, well, you know the drill. Always and forever, your home of the Buckeyes. The Fan.
Get ready to commemorate Memorial Day and enjoy great savings on everything you need with Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. Buy 5 or more and save $5 or more when you mix or match hundreds of items like Kraft shredded or chunk cheese, Meijer essential paper towels, and 24 packs of select Coca-Cola and Pepsi products, plus deposit where applicable. The Buy 5, Save 5 deals at Meijer. That's the good life. A good deal better. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meijer app.
Guys, don't waste your time and money with low-quality online TRT that charges you over $100 just to start. Visit our TRT experts at Low T Center today for a free consultation and free test. Treatment is personalized to your body, and most major insurance is accepted. With the freedom to choose if you want in-center care or at-home treatment, you're in control of your health. Looking to lose weight? Get a free B12 shot when you start prescription treatment. Offer is limited, so book now at fixmylowt.com. fixmylowt.com.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Right Way Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
Reds and Pirates tonight. Reds are taking batting practice in Pittsburgh, and I don't know who hit it, but in batting practice, a Reds player hit a line drive, and it hit a pigeon.
Are you serious?
And
what happened to it?
The early reports are the pigeon passed away immediately. However, the update is the pigeon is alive, but essentially on life support.
Oh.
Now, let me ask you a question, Teddy. Teddy's a big... you care about pigeons, or you only care about the dogs?
Well, I mean, I don't like to see the pigeon get terminated like that, but, I mean, hey, that's going to happen, right?
It's going to happen, right? Now, the pigeon is apparently suffering, and it's probably going to die.
Yeah, so what's the humane thing to do?
I think you have to step on it with your cleat. Don't you?
I mean, if it's like a pain like that, probably the best thing to do is just to
you got to put him out of its misery.
Yeah, step on it with your cleat. That's the.
Well, how else would you do it?
I mean, get the security guard over with his pistol.
You got to shoot the pigeon. It doesn't take a bullet to get rid of the pigeon at this point. It's on life support.
Just end the pigeon.
Now, is there a more iconic video?
No, there's not.
Than Randy Johnson and the bird in spring training.
It's the best. I mean, just what are the odds? Just calculating the odds.
We live in a world.
How could that happen?
Where there's a lot of AI, there's a lot of doctored stuff out there. But that video, and it's the person too. It would have been a iconic video even without Randy Johnson. But the fact that you have a future Hall of Famer who was one of the greatest pitchers of his generation, feared by hitters in the batter's box, he's the one that did it.
It's unbelievable.
What are the actual odds of that?
And you know what, I was actually talking about this play with Jack because he was doing a football card. They call it a break this weekend. That's how he's spending his weekends. He gears
what does that
up.
Mean, a break?
He'll buy some boxes of a certain brand of card, and then he'll break them. He'll sell the teams. So it's like you don't have to pay the full price of a box if you just want to have cards from players that play on your favorite team.
So he's the middleman.
So it's his product. He buys and he sells. Like he's the salesman as well. So then he'll have people on his live stream and he'll open the boxes. People will jump in and watch what they get, and then he'll ship them right to you. Like if you bought the Commanders.
What a little business he's got going on.
He did 6 boxes of Topps Resurgence NFL cards this weekend. And he kind of does this every Sunday evening. They'll get online, buy some boxes for the next Sunday.
All right, let him
and he's breaking even on this so far. Every time he's done like 5 of these. So we were talking baseball cards because he's not that into them. He's solely football. We were in the shop and Randy Johnson came up and I asked the guy working there, I said, how is there a card that commemorates this play, like this pitch where the bird explodes? And he said, no, I actually don't think there are. There's some custom ones. Like if you go online, you'll see some custom ones, but Topps, Upper Deck, the main baseball cards. We talk about the specialty cards, like the Skeens 1-of-1 that they rolled out. That's some kid in California. If they do a 1-of-1 Randy Johnson bird explosion
Not even that,
card?
like back in the day.
Wow.
If someone had gone and collected the feathers.
Oh, my God.
And you put a feather in a special pack.
What about the beak?
I got the beak.
Oh, my God. Forget a jersey card. Then you got a card that has a shard of the bat. That's like the piece of the beak. What about a foot?
What did you get in this card pack?
Holy crap. We got foot here.
The The Back Page.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. When you need a company you can trust, call 1-800-COOLING.
Timmy.
Bone would get super excited for this. I actually joined him years ago at a qualifying, and it was a good time because the boys were little. Well, he has girls.
He has girls. He doesn't have boys.
Don Delco, who was out there too, he had a boy as well. So the kids were small, and they had a good time out at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So how about Robert Schwartzman? He has become the first rookie driver to win the Indy 500 pole since 1983. Teddy, you're a big fan of racing.
It's incredible.
Do you have much on Schwartzman
This
and
guy,
what his future looks like?
Well, yeah, he's a rookie, and this is, the first oval that he's ever raced on.
That's impressive.
He's come from, his background is in road course or street races, and that's what they've had up to this point. So that's the incredible thing. He's never been on an oval like this at all.
And he qualifies first.
Yeah, and he got first. It's incredible.
232.790 miles per hour in his number 83 Chevrolet. That was his average speed over his 4 qualifying laps. As I said, to become the first rookie to qualify since Teo Fabi in 1983. I know they changed up the format of qualifying, but just to sit there under the awning at the start-finish line and to see those guys coming around turn 4 and hit that straightaway, just the sound of that IndyCar engine, even just one at a time, sort of a beautiful thing.
I have to go make sure Austin Ward did not steal my Brett the Hitman Hart leather jacket. He was eyeing it. He was salivating.
No, he could fit in it.
Thanks, Ted.
Boy.
Thanks, Ted.
That's Awaken 180,
Hey, Teddy.
Yeah.
Not one of them.
No, never.
Buckeye Show's next. We'll see you tomorrow. Common Man and Timmy on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
Sponsored by Meister's Bar and Pizza in Grandview.
You should know that westbound 104 between South High Street and 71 is currently closed due to an accident, so seek an alternate route. And we've got a 5-minute delay on southbound 270 on the West Outer Belt between Roberts Road and I-70. This report is sponsored by Put-in-Bay Chamber of Commerce and Tourism Bureau. Look out for Put-in-Bay, the island getaway you've been waiting for. Be it a day or a weekend, you can enjoy all sorts of shops, dining, and entertainment. Plan your perfect trip today at visitputinbay.com. Put-in-Bay, an everyday island getaway. I'm Nicole for 97.1 The Fan Traffic.
When it's time to ask life's biggest question, make sure your ring says it all. Hi, it's Alex Johnson from the Diamond Cellar, and we've been helping couples say yes for over 78 years. From brilliant cuts to better prices, the quality and selection of our diamonds is unmatched. Because diamonds aren't just our business, they're our legacy. Visit us at Diamond Cellar on Selma Road or Easton Town Center and learn more at diamondcellar.com. Bigger diamonds, better prices, guaranteed.
Spring showers revealing roofing or siding issues? Trust the pros at Newman Roofing for expert care, white glove service, and quality you can count on. Schedule your estimate today and take advantage of special financing options. Call 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com today.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Spring is here and it's time to refresh your yard with Ohio Mulch. With 15 convenient locations in Central Ohio, it's easier than ever to get your mulch ready for the season. Need it delivered? No problem. Save $50 on home delivery when you order online. Whether it's mulch, soil, or even stone, we've got your yard covered. Visit OhioMulch.com today and spruce up your garden with the best.
Ohio Mulch, landscape supply, greener, greener, better.
Dealin' Days are back at Lindsay Honda. Lock in your deal in May. Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas. Simply pick your new 2025 Honda and enjoy 0% for up to 60 months. Yes, 0% for up to 60 months on all new 2025 Hondas, including HRV, Pilot, and Ridgeline.
Cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs. Lindsay's got it, and you're gonna save.
See you, Lindsay Honda, during Dealin' Days. See lindsayhonda.com for details.
When you're a AAA member, we do the hard stuff for you. So picture this. You're taking a road trip through the mountains at night, and you run out of gas. Do you, A, call AAA, or B, walk 29 miles to the nearest gas station in the pouring rain?
A?
On the plus side, get more with AAA. Go to AAA.com/plus side.
Two guys drove to work.
Neither guy wore a seatbelt. One guy got a ticket. One guy didn't. The same two guys drove home. One guy wore a seatbelt. One guy didn't. One guy made it home. The guy not wearing his seatbelt didn't. Don't risk it. Click it or ticket. Paid for by NHTSA.
When you're starting a home improvement project, a few big questions always come up. Who can I trust? Will they be there if something goes wrong? And lastly, how much is this going to cost me? At Newman Roofing, we've been answering those questions for over 30 years. As a family-owned and operated company that takes pride in every aspect of the job, with family members involved in each department of the company, we treat your home like it's our own. That means clear communication, no shortcuts, and a white glove experience from start to finish. And when it comes to cost, we get it. That's why we offer flexible financing options so you can get the quality your home needs at a price that works for your budget. Don't just take our word for it. With over 700 five-star reviews on Google, families across Central Ohio are sharing their Newman Roofing experience. For roofing, siding, and gutter solutions built around family, call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF. That's 614-NEW-ROOF, or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. I know firsthand what it's like to battle through joint pain. After years of the hard hits and the wear and tear on the field, I thought pain, it was just going to be something I had to live with. Let me tell you, that's no longer the case thanks to QC Kinetics. For over 8 years, QC Kinetics has been leading the charge nationwide in non-surgical joint pain relief, helping over 50,000 patients get back to doing what they love, pain-free. Whether it's your knees, back, hips, shoulders, you pick it. If joint pain's been slowing you down, you need to hear about what Dr. Aaron Walkoff and his team in Columbus are doing. They're using cutting-edge regenerative medicine, natural biologic treatments with powerful healing properties to repair and restore damaged joint tissue. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. Just real results. The kind of treatment I wish I had access to during my playing days, and now you do. Imagine this summer playing around a golf, chasing the kids, and just enjoying a walk without the pain. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-228-4544. They now have offices in Grove City and Canal Winchester.
If your garage door is moodier than your emo teenager after a breakup, we are Deluxe Door Systems. For 30 years, we've fixed crappy garage doors, straightforward, honest, and for less than you think. DeluxeDoorSystems.com.
Broadcast